What's good, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Retro CG. I'm joined by Really B TV, and today
Don't get
we're
no
here to
intro.
talk. I'm doing something different, and today we're going to talk about Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. It's episode 205, and it is what happens in
In the
Catskills.
Catskills.
In the Catskills. So what I'm going to do is hit you guys with the intro, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, welcome back. So we're going to jump into this episode while we wait for the rest of the team to join us. Really, B, what did you think about the episode?
Um, it wasn't a bad episode. I just don't know if I'm happy about where I see things going. But it wasn't a bad episode.
I didn't think it was either. I thought it was a pretty good episode. I expected just a little bit more action for it to be episode 5 because, in the world of Power, we're accustomed to episode 5 being the one that is got so much action packed, and it kind of sets the tone for the remainder of the season. I still can say that this episode is setting the tone for the rest of the season, and we're joined by the lovely Miss Honey in the building. What's going on,
Hey,
Miss
Miss
Honey?
Honey.
How are
Hi!
you?
I'm
How
so
you doing?
excited.
You're so excited.
I
Well,
am. Hey,
tell us about
really?
that episode. What'd you
What
think
up? What
about it?
up?
Hey,
Oh, I
Cheryl,
thought
welcome
it was
back.
so good.
Miss Sharon, welcome back.
Cheryl. Oh, Miss Sharon. Hey, Miss Sharon.
Lock Queen, welcome back.
Hey, everybody.
I
Y'all coming?
know.
DJ Fresh, Your Highness in the building. What's up? King
Okay, y'all
Retro, he'll
coming in the
probably be
room.
on here a
Coming in the
little bit with
room.
us. What's going on,
Okay,
y'all? How
King
y'all doing
Retro,
today?
yo.
All right, Miss Honey, tell us, what were your first thoughts about the episode?
I just loved it. I really did love this episode. And I think I'm just learning to relax, and just let it happen. It's still super good writing, like super great writing, not super good, super great writing. Like, I don't know, I just liked it. I thought it was really, really good. I liked the way it started. It just gave me New Jack City vibes. Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
oh my gosh, that sent like chills up my spine. I just felt like I was in the 90s, man.
Yes. And I think that's one of the things I enjoy the most about the show is the fact that it gives you such a nostalgic 90s feel, and we don't see that on television anymore. And I
Yeah.
enjoy that. It takes me back to that era. So the episode starts off with the crackhead that we met last season that Detective Howard and Burke were talking to try to get some information out of, the one who witnessed the shooting with Detective Howard and Kanan. So he's going to try to get served. And he gets to the building and find out that they shut down for the morning. Marvin got to get that body out of the building. Marvin is dressed in
What kind
trash
of
bag.
crack house closes?
He said, "What kind of crack house clothes?"
He plays a crackhead in a lot of different movies. I feel like I've seen him do crackhead before. He does it really, really well.
He does do it very well.
Yeah.
Almost authentic.
Yeah.
Almost an authentic vibe. I
Right.
thought he was going to snitch too, Retro. I thought he was going to do the same thing. Like, oh, he going to go back and tell what's going on up here. Especially when he asked Marvin, why are you dressed like that? And Marvin had the dishwashing gloves on.
So
He had
ridiculous
trash
with no
bag-
mask.
No mask.
I loved him doing the dry heaves, though. I thought it was funny and sexy all at the same time.
Man, Marvin was about to lose his ish. He was trying to get that body out. The head don't fell off.
That body looked good. That body looked good. I mean, it
What
had
did you
been
do?
3 months. It's really technically supposed to be liquefied.
Yeah. Man. Marvin is a soldier. That's all I can say. Because that body would have to continue to stay there and rot. Because I would have touched it. And he's spraying Lysol on himself and all over the body and stuff like that. Gonna do anything for you.
Marvin is
Lysol ain't
crazy.
doing nothing.
Marvin is
So Rock is sitting here watching Kanan sleep like the doting mother that he is.
That was creepy as hell.
Exactly. He thought it was too.
I was like, yo, what is wrong with her? Like, she's definitely losing control because that was creepy as hell.
Yeah, she's just, she's trying to do anything she can to.
Sitting there watching that dude sleep. Like, that's crazy.
With
So
that
Kanan
big
wakes up
smile, like fully dressed, fully dressed, like ready to
Right.
go. I was
ready
like,
to go.
this gives me misery tease.
Ready to
Right.
go. What's up, Xavier? How are you today? Yeah, like she was ready to go. Yeah, like I'm gonna remember what your nephew. I remember what your nephew did that night. Oh, that's a good point. I thought you thought he was gonna go back and snitch about what was going on with Marvin
He
losing
not
that
that
body.
in touch with reality, and he don't. He
Nah,
it's over
he
no
ain't connected all them
financial.
dots.
Yeah, he don't
Yes,
even
of
know
no
where
But
he
what
at
might
financial
half
gain.
time.
what might happen is he might see Kanan one day, which is all the more reason why none of them should be down there.
Oh, good point. Good point. So Rock is trying to get Kanan up for the day, and she references back to when High Post was alive and how High Post used to take them camping and how he loved it. And he was like, "Mom, you hated camping." And she was like, "No, I didn't hate it. I just had to get used to it." So obviously, this is an attempt to get him alone so she can see what's in his head and to see where he's at place wise. So, what y'all think about Rock, other than the fact that she was kind of creepy? What's up, Juggernaut? Welcome
What's
in.
going on, family?
Hey, Juggy.
Hey.
Rock is
Um,
looking for her baby, thinking, "This is my little boy I carry. How did you grow to be so strong?" That is not what's going through her mind right
that
now.
is not. That is not.
That is
She is
not going through
thinking,
her mind.
no. She is thinking, you are so beautiful. I love you so much. I hope I don't have to bash your head in one day.
Right.
Right. I hope I don't have to kill you. That's what she's thinking.
Right.
Mama sure would hate to put a hot one in you.
Because Mama will put a hot one in you. Mama will put a hot one in you real quick.
Mama will put a hot one in you, or Mama will get somebody to put a hot one in you.
I don't know. Rock doing a lot of dirty work by herself.
Guys, there's a
That
She-Hulk
is true.
filter. I have to try it.
So,
Yeah, she don't
Juggernaut,
have
what
no
did you
problem
think
getting her
about
hands dirty.
what did you think about the episode, Juggernaut?
Wasn't bad. I mean, I'm glad they finally got that dead body out of there, so that was wild. For the most part, it was for a break episode, it was all right.
Okay.
It was all right.
So we see that Marvin is pulling up with the Oldsmobile with the body in it. And Rock has obviously pre-planned this already. She's pre-planned this already that she's going to take Kanan out of town so she can get him alone, try to figure out what's in his head, see if she still has control over him, and at the same time use it as an opportunity to get rid of that
Get rid of
dead
that body. Yeah.
Right. But we see up the street in Lincoln, Black Lincoln, is the Italians that are
From Jersey.
from Jersey. That's right. The Italians from Jersey that are stalking them, spying on them, lurking. And gosh, no subtlety at all with the racism at all, huh? Let's
Wow,
see.
I didn't even talk about it in my review. I
Yeah,
mean, I
that
did
was
acknowledge
yeah,
it, but
it was
was
it was a little
edgy.
it was a little heavy this episode.
Heavy-handed.
Retro said, "Hey, Junkie."
But you know what though? They needed to do that though. Like that's the reality. Like I think
That's true.
somebody said that last week. Yeah, one of us
Retro,
said
keep
that last
count
week.
inventory and shut up.
What you would say, really be Crystal? I mean,
No,
really be
I'm
Miss
just
Honey?
saying. I'm just saying. One of us said that last week about the Italians and the racism. Like they had to show that side because that's real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and I don't think though. I don't think we would have missed it.
I don't think so
I
either
don't know that we would have
because
missed it.
let's see,
Also,
we were animals, we were
animal.
licorice,
I was like, first
animals,
of all,
we
sir,
were licorice, we were ninjas. I mean, like, gosh,
but
Yeah, it was off the chain, man.
they sure was up the chain.
but there were
But
several moments that kind of not fed into that, but it segued. Like the police officer passing Rock, that was another moment, and also Marvin being harassed by the cop, that was another moment. This kind of tied into how difficult it was, at that time,
Right.
still
and Rock had
is, but
already kind of set the tone with that, even with the white girl up at the cabins. Rock had already set the
right.
tone
Oh,
with
that was
all of
another
that.
moment.
That was another one, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Rock had
was another.
already set the tone with that when she mentioned the Central Park 5 last week's episode. So we know what was going on in that era around that time. So I thought that was very realistic to what was going on in that time.
Yeah, that cop was kind of off the chain. He told Marvin, "Hey, I make it my business to know everybody around here, and I ain't never seen you before."
And you ain't shopping, so you move on.
That gun on his hip, though, I was just like, why they got to always? I don't. But Marvin said, "You want to get down on it?
He said, "You want to get down?"
He said, "You want to get down on this?
You want to get down on this?"
Yeah.
And he said,
said,
"How can I help you, officer? How can I help you?"
Yeah, I've never heard the licorice one before either, Xavier. It still made me mad. So Jukebox is laid up in the bed. She getting ready to listen to the tape that Crown had gave her last week when Kanan knocks on the door to ask her why she wasn't going on the camping trip, because that was the first question out of his mouth to Rock was, is Juke going? Because I felt like he would have been more comfortable with going if Juke was going. But he's like, why are we going on a trip and leaving Jukebox behind? And this episode, I felt even more
he could talk to
sorry
Jukebox. He didn't have to talk to Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he, with everything that's going on now, I think he's trying to put a, kind of put a distance between his mother, but at the same time, he's trying to figure her out.
Well, he said that. He told Jukebox that. He was like, listen, me and her ain't on the right page right now. I don't want to really go nowhere.
We're not good right now.
Yeah.
But look how 50 Cent closed the episode out about keeping your mouth closed. I was like, exactly. Because she owned you.
You should have been doing that. Right. You should have been doing that.
And just sit back and watch. I was like, man, that ain't a word for the people. I know for me. So
Jukebox lets him know that, listen, your mom just wants it to be you and her, for y'all to have some bonding time or whatever. And I ain't really want to go anyway. Kane was like, I ain't feeling her right now. And, this cop thing, I'm starting to believe him. I really think that he's telling me the truth. Jukebox like, nah, don't believe him. He just a lying ass cop. That's all they do is lie. Don't believe that. But little do she know, it really is the truth. So, I mean, it's going to be just such a shockwave through the family when it does come out. Rock comes in and she is persistent about, come on, let's go. Come on, get your stuff. Let's go. Come on, let's go. We got to leave right now. Like, what's the rush?
That's because she didn't want that body to start stinking.
Right, up the neighborhood.
Riding dirty. You riding dirty. You got to get moved.
They want that body to be cooking in that back.
I would know anything about riding dirty because I don't have those type of things riding around in my truck. I have car wash supplies in the back of my truck. I have car wash supplies in the back of my truck.
Yeah, that's fine.
Marvin is out there, handing out the car to him and everything. And Kanan like, who car this is? And she was like, this is our car for the weekend. I want to get my truck dirty going up there in the mountains and stuff. And
what? No, he did pick her like, for that time. I mean, he did pick her like a single mom's vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gave her a color Sierra, nothing too fancy.
It's a color. That's an Oldsmobile.
That's an Oldsmobile. That's an Oldsmobile, bro.
It's an Oldsmobile.
It's an Oldsmobile, but that's a Cutlass. It's like a color Sierra. If I'm not mistaken, that's a color Sierra.
I thought it was an 88.
I thought it was the Buick LeSabre, so just count me out.
I thought it was a Buick too, so I'm with Miss Honey. I thought it was a Buick too.
No, it's not.
That's the beauty of this show. I love it.
And it's so nostalgic because
what were the Italians driving? Was it a Crown Marquis? Please tell me I'm right.
It was a Lincoln. I think that was like a Mark IV or something like that.
I thought it was a Continental.
Or a Continental.
I think it was a Continental. I think it was a Continental.
It was a Continental. Yep, them Oldsmobile was a classic. Yeah, my dad used to have one. That's how I know what
Yeah.
it was. He talking about he put air fresheners and Lysol and
Talking about he
spray
put the
car.
pine trees. I thought he put real pine trees, like what you
I
make
thought he
grease
did
out
too.
of. I
thought he
saw
did
them
too.
4 little trees. I was like, this.
That is not enough. Now, how the build the body was sticking up the whole building, and Candy couldn't hardly stand to be in the building, but it's in the back of the trunk, and you don't smell
It was
it
the
all.
4 pine trees.
And the Lysol.
It was the Lysol. The Lysol
Yeah.
did it.
It's the Lysol.
I was like, now he should at least use black ice.
Yeah, I don't know if Black Ice was out around that time, but that green
Not
Pride
Black
thing,
Ice
that new
though.
car,
Not
and that
Black
new car,
Ice.
they definitely was out in the 90s.
That's what I got in my truck, black ice.
I know.
Lord, not the Black Ice.
That's popular. That's the popular scent now.
So they get on the road, they start heading up the road or whatever the case may be, and we already kind of talked a little bit about the cop passing Rock, and she was scared, but she was trying not to show that she was scared at the same time. So I thought that was a really good scene as well. Kanan is very suspicious. She tried to have a little short talk with him or whatever about whatever was on the radio, and she just tried to figure out what his
Girls.
headspace is, and he is not paying her no
Yeah,
attention.
we found out where Davina is.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did find out Davina, because remember we asked about that last week. She's in South Carolina.
South Carolina. Yeah.
Yep, she's in South Carolina.
Yep. And he put a check. He made sure he let her know that he put a check mark by Palomar's daughter.
He did put a check mark.
He's a player now for sure.
He gave some confirmation.
Yeah. He hot. He might be a little bit depressed and down, but baby, he hot to try. Flirting with Hannah Montana. I was like, he went right into it. Can you show me where the best screen?
Oh Lord, that was. I said,
can you show me
Hannah Montana?
Actually, to be quite honest with you, Xavier, that's pretty authentic, because most people from New York, they come to the Carolinas. Don't know why, but most people, especially in that area, went to North Carolina, South Carolina. They came. Some of them might end up in Georgia, but for the most part, they go to.
That's where
South
that
Carolina.
rapper died. What was his name? Craig Mack.
Craig Mack, yeah. Probably because it was cheaper in the Carolinas at that time. The cost of living was way cheaper.
Yeah.
There.
Well, the thing is, I have to have a history. I have to have a history nerd moment. During the Great Migration, you in the 1920s, 1930s, you had a large population of blacks moving out of the South to the North to for better job opportunities and all of that. So during the the 80s, when it was time to get somebody out of town with that with crime going up, or somebody getting in a bad situation, there was always family in the South. You know what I'm saying? From those families where some people moved up north, and then so they always had somebody in the South. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Another bit of authenticity.
It really is. So we get to this record studio or the radio station, and Crown and Lou is trying to have a meeting with one of the radio DJs about getting Zisa's, whatever the hell her name is, song on the radio.
Zisa. Yeah.
And they totally disrespected Lou in this meeting.
He done caught on though. Lou done caught on.
Can we kill them lips already, please?
Finally.
He read them lips. But come on, Lou. Let's just be honest for a minute. Michelle A, Tracy Spencer.
What was that? I was like, it didn't even sound like Juke's song.
It wasn't. They remixed it and gave it an up-tempo beat. They changed everything about the song. The lyrics stayed the same. But you think that Zisa could compare to Michelle A, Pebbles, and Tracy Spencer? You crazy, bro. You smoking that dope for real, because she can't compare to any of them.
Can we kill Crown now, please? Please.
He's dead.
Crown dead.
Kill him now.
It's probably not going to happen in the next episode because I didn't see nothing in the previews. But Crown dead. He's especially after Famous came in there and gave that. That was the last. That was it. That was the hammer.
Yeah,
that was the hammer.
Oh yeah. Because Lou played that off very well. He played that off very well. Where
when he was like, I already knew. No, you didn't.
No, yeah.
You might have suspected though. He might have suspected it, but you ain't know.
Crown kind of disrespects Lou a little bit in the meeting. And he's like, well, Lou's just the money man or whatever. He don't really know what he's talking about, but he is right. The sun is hot.
Xavier, honey, thank you for being transparent. I thought that too.
Oh my God.
Is Crown trying to reach around?
Oh my God.
Is he gonna reach around? I thought maybe it was drugs. Because Lou's the money man, so why would you anyway?
Right. How you gonna pay anybody? Exactly. Really
I did for a split second think that. I mean, it was just something about the way they was like, he was like, I gotta be taken care of. And Crown was like, oh, no, for sure.
That damn Xavier, Lord, I tell you, that damn Xavier.
Yeah. But let's just talk real quick about how Lou
they ain't gonna say maybe I got a dirty mind. You do.
I think I do too, y'all.
Yes, you do.
Yes, I think I might have one too because I did think that.
Oh my God.
Wow.
But listen, can we talk real quick about how Lou did like a little light jump up off the ground, spin around, and come from the very top down onto Crown's face hard?
Yeah, he gave a finishing move.
I mean, he hit.
When you from the streets, you know how to swing.
It hit so quick and so fast. I was out of your mouth.
He should have killed him in the garage. I would have.
That may be the motive right there, Michelle. That might be the whole thing because Crown he's escalating his attempts to piss Lulu off. Like he's going out of he's not even being subtle about it whatsoever. He's going out of his way to be a nuisance. And that whole conversation in front of Lulu, that was kind of bold.
Yeah, Rock. I think you know what that's a real good point. I think Rock could have gaslit that shit. Yeah,
she gaslit it.
She put that battery in his back, and now he getting tough. This Crown ain't walking around with no damn gun and pulling no gun on Lou. Come on, man. Come on.
I'm tired of you putting your hands on me, Lou. He said, Lou, I'm tired of you putting your hands on me. Like, what you gonna do about it?
Right.
I'm tired of you, Lou.
If that's the case, he's pulling the gun on him when he told him one way or another, you signing this paper, whether it's your ink, whether it's this ink or your blood. He would have pulled the gun on him then.
Crown expressed to Rock that he was afraid of Lou.
Yep.
And Lou has hemmed him up. And I know they acting, but listen, these two really putting hands on each other. You know what I'm saying? Like the way he hemmed him up in the studio, that felt real to me. Okay, so it gave us a real strong moment. He has to know that Lou pushing Lou and not just get Rock what she want, but may get him killed. I just don't think Crown is doing. I think he genuinely thinks.
I'm sorry, Miss Honey. Back on Xavier.
Man.
Oh my God,
wow. You just made it dirty when you brought in Diddy. It just got dirty. It didn't get dirty until you brought up Diddy.
So now that so maybe I have a dirty mind goes right out the window.
Right. No maybe. Take the maybe out of the sentence.
Right. Take baby out the sentence. Now,
yeah, I think Crown thinks he's just running Lou off. Like he's gonna get Lou so frustrated. But this gun thing, I don't know, man. He's playing.
Yeah, he got.
He playing Russian roulette.
Rock gas like that.
But it might come back to bite us because Crown might end up killing Lou.
No, I doubt it.
Nah.
It seems like Lou gonna kill Crown, but what if we wrong?
Nah.
It would be a twist.
It would be a twist, but no.
But he know that Crown know that he'll never have another moment to walk this earth safe again if he killed Lou. Because Rock and Marvin will be on that ass. So he too scared. He too scared to bust a move like that. But yeah, when he pulled that gun on Lou, that was his biggest mistake he could have possibly made right there because now there is no ambiguity about it whatsoever. It's like, okay, I'm gonna have to get rid of you because you're becoming a bit of a nuisance and you're becoming a problem, and now you're threatening me. Oh yeah, he's gonna be.
Keep it cute. When he said that, all I could think about was when Day told Craig, "You ain't gonna keep punking me."
Yep.
Oh.
He told you ain't gonna keep hitting me. Damn,
but I agree though. Whoever said that, what did he have to negotiate with the DJ about? Hell, he ain't got no money. if lose the money, man, what are you trying to pay the DJ off? And you ain't even got no money to pay the DJ off. Like you trying to
Yeah,
do
and
big
it's usually just
money.
like a little slip of money, right? Like $5. Like put this
Nah,
record on. Like I didn't get that.
Yeah.
Well, the DJ told him, he said, you got to pay for my spin. So
yeah,
so
but I mean that's customary though. Am
Yeah.
I wrong? I think that's customary. Like you grease the palm a little bit. I don't know why it was like we had to go out here and talk. And I was like, well, maybe he's not a DJ.
And it looked as though Lulu was reading their lips when they went out to step out the room. It's like he was following the conversation, so he knew exactly what they were saying about him, or that they were talking about him rather.
Well, I don't know. Was he following the conversation? Whether it was made to look, something, or he imagined it, it still had the same
effect. Yeah,
so,
it did. I agree. Marvin is at the diner with Renee, and they're having a conversation. And I don't really like how she's pushing him because people handle situations and communicate in a certain way. You're trying to force him to open up his emotions and his feelings in a public setting, in a group setting.
Threat. Under a threat.
That's because she likes Mark. She likes.
But that's trying to get.
But that's what he's there for. Like my thing is,
that.
but that's what he's there for. You listen. It doesn't matter what it's not a threat. She's telling him the real. The real is either you participate or I have to let the judge know you didn't do it. The purpose of you being here is to fulfill the obligation. You could either done community service, you could do anger management, or whatever the third option was. You chose this. You knew it was going to be a group setting. You knew what it was. You just thought because your attorney told you wasn't going to have to really do nothing. But the reality is she's not wrong because the thing is, I'm not going to lie to the judge.
But she didn't present it like that. You're completely
That's
right.
exactly what she said.
But she didn't present it that way. What she said was, if I were to go to the judge,
right?
She said if the judge were to contact me.
That's not what she said. No, ma'am, that's not what she said.
Well, I thought that either. Okay, well, my argument's the same, so it don't matter.
I don't necessarily think it was malicious. I do think overall, I think she likes him, and she just, this was her opportunity to say, oh, this is why we're here. Number one, and you need to tell me some things. You need to let me know some things about you. She's trying to get to know him. She's trying to get
the point that I'm trying to make is, if it wasn't
point,
for the fact that Marvin likes her, she put herself in danger by making these type of comments from a person.
She might have a save a bro complex.
And that might be the case. It might be the case, but
I think more so with her saying
delivery for me.
I think her mentioning it and coming at him like that. I think is more so to find out, maybe she's attracted to that street life, and she know he's part of it. So I think when they come back from a break, he's smashing.
Pipe.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But he finally gives in and starts to share with her in his own way. And we know that Marvin is dealing with a lot right now with Jukebox. So he lets her know that, hey, I have a daughter. She says, I'm aware. And he goes on to say that, I've done something that my daughter is not going to ever forgive me for. She probably shouldn't forgive me for. No sick shit, but at the same time, in his own way, he was kind of asking her, how do I need to deal with this?
Right.
Without giving her the details of what it is that he's done. So what did y'all think about that? Do y'all think that she's going to help him resolve that issue with Jukebox?
Possibly.
I mean, I think eventually, and I don't know why we didn't do it right then, why we didn't have a little bit more conversation, because it definitely would have been digging a little bit more into Marvin truly. And then how did we go from that to him watching Old Girl? Like I went back and watched the scene because I was like, did they say something that made him feel like he needed to go talk to Old Girl? What?
Well, no, remember, we knew he was going to look her up when the attorney told her where she was. I just don't understand why. My thing is,
I agree.
Other than you just mad because she snitched on you, but she didn't show up for court. The charges was dropped. Like, leave her alone.
Why are you doing that?
Like, where she is. Keep that information in your back pocket, but she ain't bothering you. Ain't no need for you to. It really. I don't know, but it is
But
Marvin.
beyond
And
that, I'm
maybe
not even interested in that storyline. I'm not even interested in that storyline. They could have kept all that. I mean, I don't care about Tony D.
That's why I say Marvin is not. I wouldn't call Marvin stupid, but he's really dumb. When he say he's a dumb MFer, he's telling the truth.
Say
He's
that
ignorant as all get out.
mission was that I'm just a dumb person. Yeah.
Yeah, he's ignorant. It's crap. Like he's not stupid, but he's definitely a dumb MF.
They get up to the cabin and Rock and Kanan are checking in. You know, Kanan's getting some supplies for their overnight stay, whatever. Rock's getting a big knife at the counter. Where she got that
was
knife
Mrs. Jones.
Yes.
Miss Jones.
Yeah. When she got that knife, I already knew, okay, she gonna have a weapon to defend herself when the battalions roll up on her, because I was wondering did she have the blicky with her?
I can't imagine.
Wondering. I was like, she went up there without nothing.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. When she got that knife, okay, that gave me some reassurance that she had some type of weapon to defend herself, because I already knew she was gonna be in danger.
Maybe she wasn't. She didn't want to take the chance with her having that body. But to me, that's all.
What it was.
My thing is, if the police pull you over and find the body, you already stuck. So you might as well.
Yeah, you bought that life anyway. You bought that life anyway.
Yeah, fuck it, just go all the way out. Then you gotta
go all the way out, like Kanan did. Go out like how Kanan did. That's how Kanan went out.
I didn't understand Rock being Mrs. Jones, but Kanan being Kanan.
Right. And I wasn't seeing.
Ain't nobody gonna forget that they was up in the Catskills.
I wasn't seeing it for Kanan and Hannah Montana. I wasn't seeing it for that. I could have did without that too. I wasn't seeing it,
especially with her looking so trailer
and homely. Yeah, she was very homely.
Hair not combed. I said, "What is going on here?"
She's pretty.
Look, she's in the forest, y'all. Shit.
she looked like she live in the forest. She looked like
she do.
Yeah, she just
Shit, they probably 7 steps away from clean water.
And they instantly started flirting with each other. Or whatever. And I'm like, okay, Kanan is just doing this just to, he's the
pass the time. He ain't got nothing better to do. He was passing the time.
He's Usher Raymond of that time. Just call me a Mac. That's what he is. He's called me a Mac. I get all the girls, white and black. It don't matter. I get all the girls.
Well, he told her, "You supposed to be saving me from the bills. I thought you was saving me from the bills." I was like, "Look at you." She was like, "I thought you forgot me." He was like, "How can you my best,
No, not salt for deodorant. Xavier, baking soda. She's baking soda for deodorant.
Potted meat. That's all.
She
look like potted meat. If you know what potted meat is, you know what I'm saying.
She's Armie Hammer, right? They do portray us like that, yeah. So Jukebox, I'll tell you what, Jukebox will get the drop on you. I don't care who you are and where you live.
Yeah.
Jukebox will get the
Juke
drop
will
on you.
find you. Oh my gosh, Juke.
Right.
Yeah.
She done rolled up on a fake ass Aaliyah. She done rolled up on a fake ass Aaliyah. And she done find
I'm talking about the jacket, the hair, the glasses.
When she came out the house, I said, "Who the fuck is that?"
The nail polish, everything.
Is it just me? But I do not like her. I do not like her little nasty, stank ass attitude. I don't like her. I don't like her.
I didn't need to steal anything, honey. I write my own song.
I got my own music. Well, then why are you singing my song?
What I noticed was that little energy at the end of that scene when she hollered after Juke and told Juke, "I don't need to steal anyone's songs. I don't need. I write my own music or something." And Juke looked back like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Oh, what's happening here?"
Well, then why you singing my song then? Shit. Jukebox gonna roll up on her like, listen.
Yeah, Juke looked at her like, "Yup."
Man, them tapes bust wide open.
That might be the one that catch a body.
Oh yeah,
might kill her ass first.
Yeah, because Jukebox, or we talking about Lulu taking Crown out. Shit, it might be Juke that take his ass out. Shit.
Oh Juke, yeah, I can see that now.
Juke was not happy about that at all. I mean, she threw that tape at her and she was like, yo, that's my song. And she's like, well, you go talk to your uncle about it because he's the one who gave it to me. So, you got beef with him. You ain't got beef with me because I ain't did. Right. I don't like her little stink ass attitude, yo.
I ain't did shit.
Xavier said they finna bump pocketbooks. I hope not.
Hey, keep it cute. I'm telling you, Xavier, it was something there, right there. That last little moment when Juke looked back, like she like a sassy mouth on her girl.
She might. I'm about to say she might, because we know Juke. Listen.
I wanted Juke to yoke her ass up, though. I ain't gonna even lie. I wanted Juke to snatch her ass up.
Like, heal my ass up.
Heal my ass up. Yeah, Marvin, go on leave Tony Juke alone. That lady is living her best life right now. She don't find her a rich pink person. She living her best life, and leave that lady alone. You stalking her and watching her, and let her go. Just let her be.
Did you just say she found her a pink person?
Yeah. And the pink officer rolls on Marvin and tells Marvin that, listen, you don't belong here in this place. Finish your snack and keep it moving.
Hey, Marvin was funny though. He said,
I was a little worried for him. At first, but his anger management is working because he handled that very well.
Like he can't afford this place.
Right. They pull up to the cabin or whatever. Kanan again gets out and alludes back to the trunk again. You want me to unload the trunk? Nope, ain't nothing back there. Go and get these groceries, get in the house. The Italians, at what point do we feel like Rock noticed that they were following her?
I don't think she knew at all, though. I think they hung too far back.
Okay.
I don't think she had any idea until, maybe she, felt the guy come in, or like I said, when he stepped on the leaves, she looked in his direction. But it's kind of hard because it's an echo, and then the guy and his son came from the other direction, so she might have just been on edge anyway. And the man is not that quiet. You know what I'm saying?
I think when she sort of,
they were the worst assassins ever.
They were.
Yeah, I agree that like you said, the sound was coming from two different directions. So, and she knew it wasn't Kanan. So I think that might be her first suspicion. But I think when she saw the white guy yelling at Kanan, she knew he wasn't up there camping. Like, you can look at him.
By the way he was dressed.
You can look at him. I think she was on alert at that point. I mean, I don't think she was totally, but I think she was kind of like, all right, I'm gonna keep my eyes open on this one.
That makes sense because you're right. They were kind of not dressed for camping, so that right there would have been a clear and then the fact that they were Italian. There, so that probably put her on notice right there. You're right about that, really. I didn't think about that.
They dress like they going for the shakedown. Shit.
Yep. Them black leather jackets, and them spinning shoes. Yeah, they look like they were up to no good.
You know damn well you ain't got no wingtips on in that damn mud.
Right.
That is a really good point.
So Lulu's at the studio trying to make his beats. Lulu, just give this up because you ain't doing good at this either. You were a better mercenary than you were a beat maker. You need to
now you're a professional, though, Retro. It was a cute little bitty bop. The one that Famous came in on was better.
Yeah, the one that Famous came in on was better.
The one that Famous came in on was better. Like he was just starting to play around a little bit.
Yeah, he was just playing with the instruments. Juke comes in and confronts him about giving fake ass Aaliyah her song, and he doesn't even beat around the bush about it. He was like, "Yeah, I did. I'm sorry. I should ask you questions." She said, "I would have said no. And then he tries to sell her on the idea that publishing, you can get paid off of it just as much, which he's not wrong about that. She can get some money off publishing, but that's not what she wanted for herself. And the bigger part of the issue she's even more offended was because that song was about Nicole. The song was about Nicole. It was her song. It was her singing that song with the emotion that she had for Nicole. You just take my ish, tell me that I can't produce this song, or I can't put this song out because of the way I look. But then you take my work and give it to someone else. That's the ultimate slap in the face. So I feel Jukebox with this, and she's just constantly getting betrayed by her family. This girl has nobody at this point.
Nope.
Lou's relationship with Juke is a missed opportunity. Like every episode, we see how great she is. Like she's pretty darn awesome, right? She is smart. She knows how to hold her cards close to her vest. She knows how to lay low. She's direct. She knows when to get aggressive and just let it go. Like she's a great asset. It's a missed opportunity for Lou. Everybody is just playing her out. And in actuality, she probably could run Rock's empire better than Kanan.
Yep. So keep it cute. You are absolutely right. We feel the same way about that because it started out like last season. He had a more nurturing relationship with Jukebox. Yeah. So remember that episode where she rolled up on him at the diner and asked, "Hey, Famous can get a song and I can't, and you my uncle." You know, they kind of had a little moment there. He tried to feed her. Here, Juke, eat. You know, so Marvin really should have been Jukebox's. I mean, not Marvin, but Lulu really should have been Jukebox's surrogate father. You know, you know that your brother not treating her right. You know she out here by herself. Ain't nobody looking after her. Lulu, we should have seen where Lulu took Jukebox under his wing and cared for her and looked after her and made sure that she's straight. This girl's out here literally walking the streets by herself. And nobody in her family takes interest in her unless it's for ulterior motive.
I mean, her mom really is the only one that really just like big upped her, like put her on and big upped her, and just was like so proud of her. That was a good moment
too. I feel like there's a shooter's gonna come dropping with that too, because I don't think that situation with their mama is going on.
But she didn't get that praise from her singing from Lou or Crown. You know, more importantly, Lou. You know what I'm saying? Like just. It was just crazy. Like I don't know. My heart goes out.
So he buys into the ideal. Go ahead.
I agree with what y'all are saying, but as far as her relationship with Lou, because it did seem like they were so much closer last season. Yeah. But the flip side is he did praise the singing, but there's a difference between trying to make money and make a business off of this and you just singing really well in the church choir. You don't have to look good. And she was in a dress and she did have her hair out. If she had showed up at the studio like that and sang the song like that, would the criticism have been the same for her? You understand what I'm saying? They've been praising her singing, but there's a difference between, and Lou even said it last week. He said, listen, the way he said it ain't really how I would say it, but what he's saying isn't wrong. I got to market you. And in order for me to market you, it is what it is. We don't have to like it, but that's just what it is. So I do agree that I think that Lou is allowing his relationship with her to get screwed up, but I ain't gonna beat up on him too much because he's looking at it from a business perspective. And like he said, you still gonna make money. Like I'm not stealing your song and don't want to give you no credit. You're gonna get paid. But he doesn't understand that this isn't just a song that she wrote. It meant something and it was deeper. Because like she told him, even if you had asked, I would have said no.
I don't think that he has a color complex. Xavier. I think it's more so is kind of like what Really is saying, that he is just so asphyxiated on this business right now that he's got tunnel vision. He's not seeing the damage that's being done around him, especially with his niece, who's already hurting, who's already feeling lost and alone. Instead of him, putting the business side of it to the side and let me find out what's going on with my niece, it's the other way around. I'm putting the family side to the back burner and I'm trying to focus on the business side of it. And he's losing focus on his family.
And he's desperate. Get back in the street. And he's desperate.
I agree with I agree with that one. Keep it cute. I definitely need you back in the streets. Shit.
You're right. They're pushing her closer and closer to her mama. Yeah, I agree, Xavier. It makes this whole situation even more sadder knowing how she ends up being portrayed by every man in her life, her cousin, her uncles, her father. So you're right.
Right.
I agree with that too, Miss Battle. Yes, I'm afraid that the mom will be disappointed in her eventually because of her church will reject her sexuality and a relationship will be done. I think it will be on the church side of it. But remember, Marvin made a comment to her before he jumped on her that episode that you got this lesbian shit from your mama's side of the family. So there's a story that needs to be told there as well that we need to find out about that.
That's true. That's true.
The story that needs to
but
be
it
told.
is a good point. I mean, things could go south with her mom, and that would just be another blow.
But I do think it's going. If it does go south with her mama, it's going to be behind that church. I do believe that's what it's going to be. I don't think it's the mama per se going to reject her for her sexuality, because I kind of feel like her mama may already know. But I think in the eyes of that church,
that's a good point.
That's what's going to bring that ahead. All right, so I knew that we were going to spend a little time talking about that. I agree. I don't think that Lou is necessarily wrong. It's just but you just see the disappointment in hurting her, and I guess that's what I'm.
Definitely.
I just feel so bad for her because she just can't get no tenderness from nobody.
She can't get nothing. She can't catch a break.
She can't catch a break, and the only place that she's getting it from is her mama that she ain't seen in 10+ years. Burke. Please, whoever.
Oh my gosh,
in charge of sending out disconnect notices.
She need to disconnect notice for real.
Please send one, an urgent one, to Detective Burke. She got to go.
I'm tired of her ass. Kill her now.
Blanca. I'm tired of the Blanca of this series.
She should.
I got to get up and turn this light on because it's finna get.
Listen,
I want to do Burke myself.
Okay, get him, Miss Honey. Get
him. Okay, Retro, you distract. Okay, I'm fully willing to do the molly whopping. Like I just, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you doing?
And everybody that she has talked to behind all this has told her to mind her own damn business and to back up her partner.
Everybody has told her to mind her business.
Her ex-girlfriend
arrested this lady and
told her that. Her father told her to leave it alone.
Everybody told this lady to mind your own damn business, and you still learn. You ain't got no other cases. You ain't got no other cases to work on.
Right. It's New York in the 1990s. I know you got other cases.
Right.
And the thing about it is you're wasting all this time picking up people. First of all, if I was Andrea, what's the charge? What you got me down here for?
Exactly.
What you got me? Because I don't even have to talk to you. Lawyer. I don't have to talk to you. What's the charge? You say I'm tricking. Where's the proof? Are you threatening me with calling CPS on me and all this? Man, Burke got to go, man. She dirty. She moving dirty. And she's a Blanca Rodriguez. She is the Blanca Rodriguez of this show. And I hope that she don't make it out.
I can't stand it.
But this is the thing I'm going to ask y'all about that before we got on our tangent. I knew we were going to have a tangent about Burke. But let me ask you this. Do you think Howard going to do her?
Yep. Once she gets so close, I think he gonna have something to do with it.
Or is he gonna use Kanan just like, Rock used him on her? Do you think that Detective Howard is gonna use Kanan to get rid of her?
He could.
I mean, all he has to do is set her up.
Yep. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe he set her up to take a charge.
I'm ready for Burke to start hearing that song Lamar used to sing on BMF. Shit.
Yeah.
You can't stop the rain. Just kill her.
You can't stop the rain. She got to go.
You can't stop the
rain. Just start singing it and take her ass
out. She gonna uncover the truth. Burke is creepy. Yeah, she is creepy. She's like lurking in the shadows.
I agree, like, Cheryl. I mean, I was like,
Batgirl.
What's happening? What is this?
Like taping a cow. She's Batgirl. I mean, just
like
what to do with her.
Real, man. Damn, like you just don't stop. Your daddy told you to chill. Your ex-girlfriend told you to chill. Other officers at the precinct that told you to chill. Damn, cut it out.
Now, I can see if he was out there moving funny, right? I could see that. Like he was out there moving funny, he's making strange moves. I mean, maybe it would
a dirty cop. If he was a dirty cop, like how Angela
but your antennas are up for what?
And he really ain't bothering nobody. Like he really ain't bothering nobody.
That ain't bothering nobody.
You done picked up the chick that's jumping. You done picked up his jump off the street and threatening her.
Yeah.
Damn.
And talking about what he be talking about? That ain't none of your business. Like,
I mean, where's the crime? Like, how? Why
is the crime?
What?
I guess obstruction.
It is a crime. It's a crime, but I mean,
the crime would be obstruction.
But I'm saying though, she brought her down to the precinct.
That's what I was saying earlier. Like, what's the charge? Why am I here?
Under this guise, like, okay, maybe it is hooking, but at the same time, if you was talking on the low, you could have just ran up on the lady and been like, "Listen, I'm his partner, and I'm concerned about him, and I know woo. You need to tell me what I want to know." Like that seemed like something she would have did.
I hope the precinct do take out and cover it up. Shit. Kill
they hung together, Xavier, because she
got a mama information for her.
Yeah, she got a mama information for her. So I think we will see some more character development with them, maybe in the next couple episodes. I think that ultimately, though, as bad as we want Burke to go, I think Burke is important to Juke's story, and
Xavier
I think that she's going to be the catalyst that will make Juke decide that she want to be a cop. The whole precinct gonna take her out. Somebody take her out. They need to put her in that grave where they put that dead body at. They need to bury her right next to her.
Xavier is definitely a dirty bird. I'm just gonna put it out there. Not football. Don't say football. Sorry, really, B.
What?
Bring up football.
He didn't mention Zane.
What's wrong? Why you can't bring up football? What's wrong?
I know, because you like I gotta watch the teddy bears.
We good today. My team won today. If my team had won, we might have a problem. But my team won today, so
I thought it was coming up.
No, football been on all day.
Oh,
so Rock and Kanan are sitting out by the fire pit. They're eating hot dogs and s'mores, and
a can of beans on the fire.
Right.
Fire. They're just having a full camping experience. And Rock could have handled the situation a little bit better. I know what she's doing. What she's doing is she's trying to provoke him to tell her what he's upset about. She's trying to provoke him to say what he's angry about instead of just coming out and asking him.
Yeah.
And them having a conversation. She wants to hear it from him. And she wants him to open that door where you're the adult and you know that there's something wrong. You need to open this door because what you're doing is more harm by letting this fester. Because he thinks that you're constantly lying to him. You try to approach this with kid gloves and not know how to really open that door with him.
Right.
Like this time should have been better utilized to get everything out on the table and let's get some resolution. Like we were saying last week, Miss Honey, going back to just be honest with the boy about, listen, the dude I was telling you that your daddy ate your daddy. This is the reason why, blah, 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 blah. And then let him process.
Yeah, but she's going a long way around.
You're going around the world to carry something that wasn't your fault.
But then for you to, I don't know what you call it. It's not coming to my mind right now. But for you to do all of that and then say no secrets.
Yeah.
And he said, so you're going to tell me the truth. And she said, you have to do is ask. He asked you.
Mm-hmm.
He really did. He really did.
More than one occasion.
So, I mean, all the good that you would do, you just ripped it all up. You know what I'm saying? Everything that you planned, that you ripped it all up when you did that. The way he looked at her, like closing that scene out, that mug was mean.
Yeah. Yeah, he gave her a nasty look.
Like,
it was a very nasty look, yo. Ooh, wait.
Yeah.
If looks could kill.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
He be dead.
That's that look little kids give you for they give you the face bop.
she needed a face bop the way she carried this line. I mean, just
but she think that for her to tell him she wants him to step into this role, but continue to treat him like a little boy, at the same time, I don't know. It's
Do you
weird.
think that Kanan's response was a genuine one where he said, well, I thought I didn't want it, but I actually do want it? Or do you think he's just telling her that to pacify her? Or what do you feel like his intentions are right now? Do you think he really wants to be in the game, the family business? Or
I think right now we're seeing him scared of Rock.
Yeah.
Just my opinion.
He has good reason to be.
I mean, it scared him when she woke him up. She wants to talk.
Yo, that was creepy. That was so creepy.
Right, like
it scared him. The fact that
on his bed,
she wanted to take him away for the weekend.
Like, good morning.
That's what he's really scared about.
He was like, "What the deuce?"
That was a good one, Miss Honey.
Like, what are we doing here? I mean, and then just knowing that she's lying, you know, I don't think at this point they had buried the body.
No, they haven't buried the body yet. They
were getting ready. But you know, it's freaking him out a little bit. Like, she had me killed. She could possibly have had me shoot my dad, my father. Like, who is this woman?
That is a scary thought.
Yeah,
and
it's got to be a part of him that's afraid of her.
The scary thought was the fact that, you know, we're riding around an unmarked car. I don't know nothing about this car. You only wanted me to come on this trip, and nobody.
Why can't we go in the trunk?
Right, we can't go in the trunk.
Why can't we open the trunk?
We going camping. Why can't we get in the trunk?
Yeah,
right.
So
Marvin hit him with the put your bags in the back seat.
Don't ask no more else about this trunk.
He said, what's the purpose of a trunk if you ain't going to use it?
Don't ask no more about this trunk. Like, so, you know, I can't say that I would blame him. I was a little bit concerned too about this trip.
And you know what? I see throughout the episodes as it go further along as the character, you can see like the transitions in the characters. Like, you can see like Marvin, this counseling, you can see it's changing him, because Marvin, when Kanan would have did that, he'd be like, didn't I fucking tell you? He would have went off. Like,
yoked him up, yeah.
But
stop rolling your eyes. You look like a zombie.
He said, you look like you're not human. Oh my goodness, man.
So they have this whole conversation
in the back seat.
They have this whole conversation, and Kanan knows that she's lying, and it is further making him more angry. So I got to get away from you. I'm going to go down here to the store and get a soda. She's like, you got some money? Yeah, I got money. And he just walks off. So, you know,
I stole $600 from you last week. I got it.
Well, I stole $600 from you. I got plenty of money. I got plenty of money. Yeah, I stole. We good. You want something? Will we bring you some back?
Right. You want some?
You want some? I'll buy you some.
Right.
With your money. So Kanan's got to put some distance between him and his mom, because he's like, listen, I ain't feeling that. And she's left bewildered, trying to figure out how to approach this situation. Kanan goes down to a little general store or whatever. Hannah Montana is down there sweeping and cleaning up or whatever. And the creepy ass Italian, the real racist one, he was the real most racist one, because he kept making all these derogatory comments. And
the other one wasn't really racist at all. The other one wasn't saying shit.
He tried to play it off. You know, he tried to play it off.
He was super matter of fact.
Yeah. He was like, well, what would you do if your daughter came home with one of these licorice sticks and all this stuff? So he was the one
like, I don't care. Like, I never thought of it. Like,
yeah,
he's like,
no big deal.
Right, dude, I'm here to kill somebody. Why? Like, I don't care. Like,
why are you focused on this?
What
like,
moral ground do I stand on? I'm here to kill somebody.
Right. So he's sitting outside the window lurking and watching them and stuff, and he see Kanan and a girl get ready to have an intimate moment, and he just loses his mind.
Right, like they literally were just getting ready to kiss, and he was getting ready to R her. I mean, and I'm like, dude,
yeah, he was getting ready to R her. Yeah,
like what are you talking about?
You don't
what do you think you're doing?
You bully? What do you think you're doing? You bully?
Rock swooped in, baby, though. She was like, don't talk to my son like that. Don't do that.
Oh, yeah, because she didn't save him first time.
Yeah, like right to his face, too. Right to his face. Yeah, take that bass out your voice. That's my son.
Right.
Well,
get your stuff. Let's go, Kanan.
I can't remember how did she know to go down there? Because they were sitting outside.
Because he had been gone. He had been gone so long.
And
remember
she went to go look for him.
After the kids came, after the dude and his son came to get the she said to get the wood, she was like, oh, I thought you were my son scaring me. She said, by the way, where is he? So she went to go look for him because it was taking him so long to get back.
That's why I got him the first time. That's right. I know the second time the girl came and got him. Yeah. And so yeah, she put that, take that bass out your voice. Don't talk to my son like that. I don't know who you are. And the two Italians, they have a little argument about, we here to kill somebody, like you said. Leave this kid alone. Sal's not going to be satisfied with us killing the kid. And I really don't know if he really intended for them to kill Rock, but I guess they did, because usually Italians don't like for you to kill women and kids. So
no, remember he wasn't supposed to kill the kid. Remember he told him, he was like, let me do the kid. And he was like, no. He said, that's the fastest way to get a bullet. He said, let him find out that you killed the kid. We don't do that. We don't touch the kid. And he kept saying, but he ain't a regular kid. And he kept trying. He was like, no, like, we're not touching the kid. We came to do the mother, and that's it.
Yeah, right. He just wanted to kill him because he was black.
Yeah. That's exactly why he wanted to kill a black boy.
Coward.
Yep. Kill a little black boy. That's all he wanted to do.
Yep. So they back at this campfire. She's making s'mores, and they was talking about how High Post trained them on how to make s'mores and stuff. So it looks like they had some type of element of a family life when High Post was around. And it seemed like once High Post died, all that kind of went away, and Rock just started with her tough love or whatever. But it seemed like he had a normal childhood when High Post was around.
Let me tell you something.
What
that scene with that s'mores, man, that shit was just didn't feel genuine to me.
It wasn't. It was just her.
I know it wasn't, but it just didn't feel like, like, come on, man. Rock, you making s'mores, G.
And the thing about it is, look how you dressed. Look how you dressed. You
First of all, shout out to Etienne Anye riding boots, really be.
Yes.
I wanted to go and shake them down.
I said, those are rider boots. I remember them. I remember those.
Yeah, okay. What I was thinking about when you were saying tough love, without High Post being dead and Rock going, she kind of let us know a little bit about her dad, didn't he? He was a bootlegger and a hustler, a jazz music, like all these different things. So she didn't really have a wholesome background per se, maybe anyway. No, the sister seems very, very normal, regular, not normal, regular.
Well, she kind of alluded to how she turned out. It kind of alluded to how she turned out in that same, because I took something away from that comment as well, Miss Honey. And what I took away was when she said that the grandfather was a jazz musician, a bootlegger, all this and all that. She also said still with enough money to satisfy your grandmother. So the grandmother seemed like she had very.
Oh, wonder was that who her and her sister was talking about in the kitchen in that opening episode?
And even going back to that episode last season when she was in the red dress at the church with her mama, she asked her mama, do you ever feel guilty about how I turned out, or something to that effect? They had some type of conversation about how she came out.
Oh, I forgot about the mama from last season. Oh, I forgot.
And the mama got an attitude with her, like, you're the reason why you're the way you are. Don't blame it on me. So there's something there. I think
that was the day she sent Kanan, the night she sent Kanan.
Yep. So I think the mama might be a little bit of Patrice Woodbine.
Uh-oh.
Where the blessing reside.
She got the church in her, but she also got that devil in her too. So, she might be a little bit of Patrice Woodbine. I don't think that Rock killed High Post, because I think he said that in the episode that High Post got killed for snitching.
But they ain't say who did it.
Yeah,
I don't know. I thought they say he had a heart attack or what?
No, he died in the fire.
No, High Post died.
Fire?
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming it was a fire, but remember she said they lit his ass up for snitching, so I guess he got shot up, maybe.
Oh, I don't really remember that. I know it was.
Mm-hmm.
It was
like in the very first episode when they had the flashback of them at the kitchen table.
I remember that, but I can't remember exact, because he was going through the list of the guys that his mom had been with, and High Post was his favorite.
High Post was his favorite. Yeah, that's why I said, well, maybe he had a better relationship when High Post was around, because it seemed like High Post, he looked at High Post more so as that father figure.
He was younger
that was
too.
His favorite. Yeah, he was younger too. That don't mean she didn't do it. But you know what? The thing about it is, the reason why we feel that way, because we know that Rock is so maniacal. And,
I don't put nothing past Rock.
Right. So she could be responsible for anything. She could be responsible for killing ghosts. And we would go with that.
Hey, whatever they say she did that shit.
She did it. Right. Whatever they said she did, she did.
She did that shit. Yep. And that's what Katie told Tariq about ghosts. That's exactly
what Katie told Tariq about ghosts. Whatever they say she did that shit.
That's right. That's his mama. Right. Detective Howard. So we flash back to the back in Queens. Detective Howard is been paging Kanan all day. Kanan ain't responded. He roll up on Jukebox, and Jukebox give him the cool brush off. Like, listen, Kanan, wherever he at, don't ask me nothing about Kanan. tell him I'm looking for him or whatever. See, I think that's what's going to end up making Kanan believe Rock is because he's so thirsty.
Yeah.
He's so thirsty right now. Like, chill.
He's not giving the information and letting it fester and letting it linger.
You just keep rolling up on him every 5 minutes, reconfirming, and trying to get reconfirmation. Yeah. I'm your daddy. Well, you told me that 3 times already. Like, why do you keep rolling up on me every 5 minutes to tell me the same thing? Like, let me process and deal with this. I think his persistence in trying to connect with Kanan is what's going to ultimately make Kanan believe that his mama is telling the truth, that this man is just crazy and that he's just coming after us.
But no,
I think
I disagree, because remember when he was talking to Juke at the beginning, he said, I think him and Howard was supposed to be hooking up. He said
I looked him in the eyes. We watched him walk into the house.
Yeah, I think him and Howard, I think they were, because he said he was like, I'm supposed to see that cop or something like that. And that's when Juke was like, leave him alone, da-da-da-da-da. So I don't think he was just randomly. I think they were supposed to, because remember, Rock was like, we got to go now. Like, he ain't had time to call nobody or do nothing.
She was listening. I think she was listening. And
maybe.
And she, because he said,
all of a sudden,
I did the same thing you did with your mom, and I went and I looked that cop in the eyes, and it was something about him that was very familiar. That's when Juke sat up off the bed and said, whoa, 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 you can't believe a cop.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I don't think he was just randomly stalking them. I think they were supposed to. I think they had set a rendezvous.
Right. And Rock knew it too, maybe, or she was trying to avoid it, because when he said, I got to go with Famous, she was like, Famous can take care of himself. You going?
Let's go.
Right. Famous good.
Yeah.
Get your stuff. Let's go. Hurry up.
Yeah.
I mean, hurry up.
You get your shit. Let's go.
Hurry up. Hurry up. Well, can I wash up first? No, let's go.
and these, what we're talking about here is why I like this episode, because these scenes could have been a lot of different things, all entertaining. Like, you know what I'm saying? All entertaining. This was a good episode. Like, it had a lot of really meaty parts
and subplots.
Yeah,
and subplots.
Lots of subplots. So some of these little nuances that we're talking about is actually, I feel like, are going to be answered in later episodes, if not the next episode. That's one thing I do like about this version of Power. They don't let us linger in thought too long before they give us our answer.
Good point, Miss Sharon.
I thought about that when she said it too, Miss Sharon.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good point.
I thought it was ironic that Juke said you can't believe no cops, and she's ultimately becomes a cop. Yeah. Well, she was a dirty cop too, obviously. She lied.
Yeah, she was a dirty cop though. Yeah.
I want to know, did she turn before she was a cop, like real gully before she became a cop, or did something happen after she became a cop and she got real gully?
What I want to know, and this probably goes around the same questions that you have, Miss Honey. I want to know why she changed her name. That's what I want to know. I want to know why she changed her name.
Because her name is probably connected. She probably, like, when they put your name in a database and like you connected to this crime family.
Oh,
because remember, we still don't know what happened with all of them. We don't know how deep this went. We don't know who went to jail, who got killed. We don't. So I'm just thinking maybe her name is connected to this crime family.
The Timeless family, yeah. That's a good question, Xavier. Is he trying to get custody? I don't know what actually Howard's end game is.
I think he wants to have some influence on
or a relationship at the best.
He want to keep him out them streets. He know that going down that road with Rock. He know where that ends.
I mean, his own life has flashed before his eyes.
Right.
So
you know what? I was thinking about that too. We talked about that just a little bit ago, but we really didn't talk about her reaction. Yes, because when she asked him, did he need money? And he turned back and said no. She kind of looked surprised that he did.
But did he wave money?
He did wave money at her. And she almost kind of looked like she was surprised that he had it.
Well, just like Really B pointed out, she put a pin in it about that Italian. Trust me, she's putting a pin in it about Juke telling him that Fame had a party. And as soon as Marvin tells her they was short some money.
Yeah, because she don't know money been short. Yeah,
it's all gonna come back.
Right, and they kept him short. Right. They put him in that room where the money was.
The day that it went short. Right. I forgot about that. She don't know.
She got a lot of pins and a lot of different things. Like we know now Rock is paying attention.
But I'm surprised, and I mean, I guess she's not going to tip her hand because Rock never tips her hand, and they do a good job of keeping us in the dark about the moves that they're making. Like this whole thing with the body, like they kept us in the dark. I mean, as the show went on, of course, we saw it, but it wasn't like we saw a conversation where her and Marvin were like, "Yo, we gotta move this body. What we gonna do?" It was just boom, boom, boom.
I didn't know it was that body until this episode.
No, I like it too. But what I'm saying is, yeah, I like it because we don't need to go through every step. But I'm saying that to say I'm surprised they didn't put their heads together about this this New Jersey thing. But they may not be tipping her hand to it because again, you can't think that this is coincidental. And I can only think that there was only a handful of people that knew about that second shipment. But then we see next week. But you know what?
I was going to say, you must be watching the trailer for next week.
I was going to say, we do see next week when she confronts Unique. So, yeah, that's true.
Oh, that's going to be a good conversation. I can't wait for that.
I can't wait for that conversation either. Because you know what? She kind of, you know what really be? She kind of started pulling the pin out just a tad bit. Because Marvin was like, do we need to shut Jersey down? She's like, don't make no moves on Jersey until I get back. So we know that it's on her mind. She's just not ready to deal with that problem right now because I got to get Kanan under control right now. Let me get Kanan under control.
It's like
and then
you
we're going to deal with this Jersey situation.
Like you said, keeping us in the dark. As far as the body, you can almost sense from last episode that body was coming out that wall one way or another because now you at the door spraying. So it's
but I didn't know that was the body that they were going to be pushing into the grave until the start.
Right, I thought it was someone that they did.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be one of them Italians.
Me too.
I thought it was going to be one of the Italians.
Well, that scene that we saw in the trailer, remember when we did the trailer breakdown and we saw that scene where Rock put the knife at the dude's neck? We thought that was going to be Rock catching the body, and that was the body that they were burying. That's what I thought.
I thought it was going to be one of the Italians.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was too. But it's interesting that Kanan didn't have any questions about the body that they were burying. She's like, "Oh, you want to be part of the family business? Well, I got work for you to do. Come on, get this shovel, get this lie. We're gonna bury this body." We don't see him ask no questions about who this dead body is that's wrapped in plastic. But when this whole situation went down with the Italians, he was like, "What's that all about?" You had plenty of questions about that, but you didn't have questions about burying this dead body.
Yeah, but she got his commitment.
She did get a commitment.
His sign off. And then she said, "Okay, you bought this life, this what it is." So when she opened that trunk and showed him what was in it, he looked at her like, "You got me.
You've been wanting to get in this trunk all day, so here you go."
Yeah, you in the trunk now. Get that shovel, let's dig that hole. Yeah. I love them standing side by side in the moonlight and the light.
And they kicked the body into the hole.
I really like that side by side. That was pretty cool. And the way he looked over at her, like,
it took me back to that night where she took him out to the beach and she was showing him how to shoot. And then that scene where they was at the warehouse and she was showing them how to shoot again, it took me back to those scenes. I like those scenes where they're side by side together. It makes me see that he's kind of like growing up in the business for real. And it is the least unexpected person that's mentoring him for the business is his mama.
If he would keep his mouth closed.
Shooting, he still couldn't hit the broadside of a barn.
Right. Or a bomb.
The kid can't shoot for shh.
Yep.
That's what I would say.
Yep.
But listen, if Kanan would be quiet, keep his mouth closed, right? Like just play it real tight to the chest, like he was talking about, he would be with Rock all the time. The reason why she kind of moves like she moves is because she don't need them messing stuff up. She don't need him.
Right. And she knows she spent all last year cleaning up his damn mess.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't need to know nothing.
So she's starting to vet him out a little bit. Dig this hole.
Maybe that's exactly what it is that we're seeing. We're not fond of her movements, but maybe that's exactly what it is. She's vetting him out.
Yeah.
And she's probably trying to figure out what he is into because obviously she suspects that he's lying to her too, because otherwise she wouldn't have followed him last week. So she's really trying to figure out what he's into. And then every time she see him in Jukebox alone, the first thing that come out of her mouth, what y'all talking about?
Yeah.
So she already know that something going on.
Yeah.
What y'all doing up in here?
What y'all talking about? Yeah.
I just wonder why she doesn't want him to know. Like, I don't think I really understand why she doesn't want him to know. Like, if the dude that she was the beard for is dead, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's because they won't have the same street cred, or
that's what it is. That's what it is. Because she said that back in earlier episodes that if it wasn't for DEF CON's rep, that she would never been able to move the way she's been moving in these streets. And I think even Unique said something to her about that when they met out in the park that time. Unique told her when she was cut out for this that, you know, if it wasn't for DEF CON, you wouldn't be where you at. And she was like, well, if it wasn't for your brother, you wouldn't be where you were at. So that's what it is. She's trying to say that street cred.
Okay.
Famous goofy ass comes up into the studio with Lulu, and I'm just
kill him. He was high, and it wasn't weed, and that's all I'm gonna say. He was high shit, and he wasn't weed.
Yeah, he was. I agree with that.
He spilled all the beans. He spilled all the beans.
Told all the
so lame too. Speaking of green gum, let me put a piece of gum in my mouth. I was like, Famous.
Famous is the David Ruffin of Raising Kanan. I mean, he just popped up like.
Well, he was like dropping the beats, and he was like, "I still got it." I was like, "No,
right."
No.
He sounded like he definitely sounded like nights like this. I wish.
Eddie Kane.
Eddie Kane. What is wrong with you?
Yes, God.
Oh my God.
What is wrong with you?
Oh
man?
My God.
I mean, them blunts is definitely laced.
Exactly. Keep it cute. He was looking real pasty and sweaty. He was not look.
That gum trying to keep that mouth.
Right.
From twitching.
He walked in there instantly.
He was talking about real crackheadish.
He walked in there, yang. And just start going. He like, no, go right.
Cause I'm a crackhead.
Not a chicken head, but a crackhead, right? Xavier, that's a good point. The further Kanan is in the business, the more control Rock has as his mother and his boss, which further protects her against Howard. So I agree. Oh. As long as Kanan is connected in ways, he can't ultimately take down her organization.
That's a very.
Or he's not going to try to anyway.
Well, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
But how is Howard coming after her?
He's really not bothering her.
Oh, I doubt.
Last season he bothered her more about the work than he is this season. But remember, he rolled her corners. But I think the only reason why he started bothering her last season was because he was trying to get her to sign off on telling Kanan. And get
he's not even back at work though.
Right.
He's not back at work, yeah, but he's not presenting any problems for her business. How about that? He's not presenting any problems. That's what Burke need to be investigating. She need to be doing a job because she investigated the wrong thing. Famous was smoking green. He was on something white. He was on something white and green.
Yeah, because remember, Crown started the season 1. In season 1, he was lacing, right?
Lacing, yeah. Because remember they gave Nicole that. That's what got Nicole ultimately killed because she wanted to try to recreate that with that crack that she stole from Jukebox bag.
That's right.
Remember, Crown had gave it to her at the showcase.
Man, Nicole died so fast.
Mm-hmm.
That's scary.
He was looking all sweaty and pasty, his goofy self. But the crack.
He was like, I've been rapping and writing. I've been writing and rapping, rhyming. I've been rapping, rhyming.
Right. He was listen. That was just deep. I don't care. That was more than just some old weed. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry.
I did love Lou in this scene though because it gave.
But he also showed a little bit of vulnerability. He also showed just a little bit of vulnerability. He was actually hurt to know that Crown was messing with his old lady.
He was hurt.
But when he did that arm folded, I was like, "Oh, Lou is back."
Yep.
Get the fuck out.
And that's in that moment, I was like,
"All right,
Crown dead. He is dead."
Hey, King Retro, post that meme again. You posted last night. Talking about he's dead. He's dead. You're right, because we folded them arms. That was it right there. That was confirmation.
And he said,
"Yep,
get out. Go
just
right.
Get the music."
He started thinking right then, how am I going to kill him?
When he looked at that
book, I'm going to put two in the chest and one where he used to think.
When he looked at that wall,
am I going to give him some woody? Am I going to woody him? give him some a lace blunt with fentanyl in it, or am I gonna give him 2 in the chest and one where he used to think? How am I gonna kill him? Because that's exactly what he was contemplating.
If he's smart, he'll follow him. If he's smart, he'll surveil him.
But his batter's up now.
It's batter up now.
Oh yeah. He warming up now. You ain't lying about that. But I think he's gonna go to Cartier. He's not gonna go to Rock.
Who? Crown?
Lou
is gonna go to Cartier to get rid of Crown.
Not necessarily to get rid of Crown, but once Crown
instead
is
of running back to Rock, he's gonna go towards Crown.
Oh, to help him run the studio. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He needs somebody that has that because the reality is the only reason why he puts up with Crown is because he does need him.
Yeah, he do need.
But the reality of it is if he even run the Cartier, he's still running the Rock. Because I mean, you see what Cartier is on.
But he don't know that.
Nah, he don't know. But
yeah,
that's true. And that
he's damn sure not gonna go to Rock because the first, all Rock gonna be like, "As I told you so." Like I told you, don't do this shit. So he's not gonna go to Rock at all.
But he's gonna have to try to find a way to make it work after he get rid of Crown. You're right.
And I think it's gonna be Cartier. I think that's what the purpose of that scene last week with Cartier getting him the soundboard and them having that moment. I think that was like
that's gonna be that favor. That's gonna be that favor you was talking about.
Yep. No, that's gonna be a favor that Luke will need from Crown. I mean, from Cartier.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. When we was having that discussion, and really B brought up the fact that Cartier is the type he don't care about money. He's more interested in paying back in favors. That's gonna be that favor.
Oh yeah, because that ultimately that's how he gonna take over that studio.
Yeah.
Cartier is going to take that studio from Lou. That studio is good as gone.
Wow, you really think so?
You gonna Simon Stern
I felt that way from the first moment of introducing that character. Because what was the first place that we got introduced to that character at? The studio.
He gonna Simon Stern him.
Yeah, he gonna Simon Stern him. Yep. He's the Simon Stern. Exactly.
Wow.
He's the Simon Stern of this version of Power. Yep. He gonna come in and swoop in and take that studio just like he came in and took Ghost Club. Yep. Agreed.
Wow.
And then Lou gonna have to work to get it back.
If he can. Yep. So we down at the church and Mary Don't You Weep. Another authentic moment. Authentic moment because we sung this song at our church and we sung it the exact same way that the choir was singing it. So they did that.
Listen, she sang that thing. Listen, if that thing didn't give you chills, I don't know what to tell you. She sang that thing.
Man, let me tell you.
First of all,
she put Latoya Luckett to shame. She put Latoya Luckett to shame.
Yeah, she did.
It started off with Latoya Luckett trying to do her little thing.
Yeah, my daughter wanna sing. Say, hey, choir, daughter wanna sing. Let's see if she was blessed too.
When she was like, "Yeah, I think I can hit. I think do you know Mary? Don't you weep?" And she was like, I think I remember.
Let me ask y'all the question. Let me ask, and I said this in my review, but because sometimes I be missing stuff. I felt like when she said my daughter can sing, I felt like that was their way of letting us know that she has been keeping up with Juke. Because how you know she can sing? Now she didn't know she could sing like that, but she knew she could sing. And remember, she got her name Jukebox because they used to pay her to sing songs, but that was way past because she left her when she was an infant. So she wouldn't have been there when they were. So how did she know she could sing?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you how I interpret that because I had that same question, and how I interpret that was by her body language. When she went to the choir director and said, "My daughter can sing," it was almost like she needed to hear Jukebox sing to get that confirmation. She was just saying that, yeah, my daughter can sing because I can sing. So I know my daughter. But
I don't think she would have put her on the spot like that if she didn't really think she could sing.
I think it was a test.
Let's be clear.
Unless when Juke went to see her,
they talked.
They
really talked.
Maybe
they didn't show it to us.
It could be that they
show it to us.
Yeah, they didn't show it to us like they didn't show Howard and but they talked.
Maybe that's what it is, because I just felt like I was like, okay, so has she been following and keeping up with her daughter, like, from a distance? Because how does she know she can sing? But maybe it is just that simple. Maybe she just told her. I don't know.
It could
because
be
when Jukebox came home,
he did seem a little weird. And then as she's singing, his eyes rolling all in the back of his head. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with this guy in church, man?
What about Jukebox looking just
we
like
watching
Rob
church
in
girl?
that church?
We watching church girl. He want to tank her. He wants to tank her. He wants to take her. That's how Latoya Luckett was in Church Girls.
Hey,
you know?
I ain't gonna lie.
He's Devin.
When she was up there singing, them doors opened up. I was like, man, dang.
Hey, that's a good point too, Xavier. Maybe she heard about the showcase. Maybe she heard.
But that still would mean that she knew who Laverne. She already knew who she was. Right. And she's been keeping up with her for her to know that. That's what I'm saying. Right. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying is that maybe she's been keeping up. That's all I'm saying.
And maybe we're gonna get that answer. Maybe that's the answer we're gonna get. Because she did ask Jukebox how Marvin was doing. She didn't ask about nobody else in the family. So maybe she had been keeping up with her from a distance because she recognized her instantly.
Yes, she knew who she was.
She knew exactly who she was when she ran down the stairs. So you're right, really. Maybe she has been keeping tabs on her from a distance.
Maybe that's what. Maybe that's
who she was when she saw her in church.
Hey, maybe that's what Juke got her pull-up game from.
I don't know. I don't know.
They always said if you wanted to find Osama bin Laden, they should have sent a woman after him.
You ain't never lied about that.
Listen, all I know is Mary, don't you weep. Because
the way she just dog walked it. I mean, just tiptoed through the whole.
She hit every note and every octave you can think of. Right.
Then playing on the light keys.
Yeah. Hey, she ain't playing with y'all. She hit every note and every octave.
Yeah, she wasn't playing with
y'all. She sung herself happy though. Like she just.
She did sing herself happy.
It was a really good moment.
Pass the collection plate.
Right. Because we need this is a money offering right here.
And everybody was blown away. Like everybody was blown away.
She got a standing ovation by everybody that was there at that church. The guys that were playing the instruments, the kids that was in the audience. But the little boy, I think we're going to see something else out of him too. I think he's going to try to push up on her or something.
I mean, she did a good job with that playing chord.
That little boy, it could be the way that the church find out about you.
Oh, so you think he's gonna try to R her or just try to push up?
I don't think that. I think he's gonna push up on the point, or Juke is gonna end up kind of kicking it with the kids that's in the church.
Yeah,
he's gonna find out.
Yeah, which further makes me question what makes her turn from this, because she seems to be at solace right now. She seems to have peace. So
because like Miss Honey said, something her mother's going to disappoint her too. I don't know what's going to happen, but her mother's going to disappoint her too.
She's only.
Miss Honey.
What happened?
Miss Honey.
Kiwan said she was getting ready to give her life to Stones and the church.
You're Miss King.
I told you when she was up there, when she was singing, man, the doors of the church.
Go ahead and get baptized. Go ahead and dip me in the water. Go ahead and dip me in the water.
The doors of the church was open.
The doors of the church is open.
She was up there. I'm like, man, whoa.
Yes, the doors of the church was open. Come see the Lord right now, because Juke took us there. He gave the church.
Miss Honey,
what were you getting ready to say?
Miss Honey.
Oh, yes.
What were you saying? Because you froze up. What were you saying about her mama?
I can't remember now. Sorry.
Like Grandma.
No, okay. It was about her mama disappointing. I was just No, it was. I was saying something about her mother disappointing her, which is what's going to pull her away from the church. And then you were going to say something.
You have to remember the reason why she's there is because her mom is there. And her mom also is over the youth group, right? So spend more time with your mom, you spend more time in church. Plus, there's a reason why they call it church the Black Hollywood, right? That's where people who don't necessarily make it in the industry or they get their start in church, singing in church. They get to sing all the time. They get to practice. All the equipment is there. It's perfect for her because she wants to do it. Plus, her mom is there. But Juke has a style. She got a way about her. So she's going to have to either be somebody else during those hours, or when she goes back to being regular Juke, it's going to tell on itself.
Yeah, and that church going to run her up out of there.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think it's gonna be that little boy though.
I think she's just, she's going to be enjoying herself and having a good time, and something's going to happen.
Yeah,
the other shoe gonna drop, and that's gonna really push her. That's really gonna push her all the way out the door. That's really gonna push her all the way in. And see, the crazy
now,
part,
mind you, Burke is coming. Burke is coming, and she's gonna want to know: is your, you remember you owe me? You owe me. That's what she told her.
You owe me.
Now you hear about this teenager. Burke is gonna, and she's proven that she's ruthless, so she could do some stuff to put Duke in a position. I don't know, but something's gonna happen. I think she's gonna feel like she's got something, and then it's gonna get snatched away.
She's gonna come ask her about Kanan. She's gonna come up to her and ask her about Kanan. That's what's gonna start all that.
Oh yeah.
I think if
that's
she
gonna start the contentious relationship right there, where she come over there and start asking about Kanan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're right. She do need to mind her own business before she be riding in the trunk next. Yep. It's very interesting.
Oh, I want to put her mouth on the sidewalk so bad. Not right. Forgive me, Lord.
You don't see Jukebox reverting back to any forms of the life. She ain't stealing no more.
Right. We don't see her boosting, even though she ain't stopped wearing polo, but we don't see her boosting it.
Yep.
And why does she wear her belt like a penis? It's such a Freudian slip.
I hope not, Xavier. I hope not. I hope not.
You haven't that really be?
What about the belt?
She wears a really long belt.
That's how we wore it, but that's how all of us wore our belts. Because you would fold it over and it would hang down. That's how you wear it.
Hers is very long. It hangs well below the cardigan. And to me, it's like Freudian. It's a little Freudian. I know, honey, but now looking at it, I'm thinking to myself, it does look like a penis.
Yeah, because I remember we used to had the thin belts, and then that's how you would wear. You would fold it over and have it hanging
down.
But
a little off to the side, not hanging like straight down the middle.
Well, listen.
I feel like that two keep it cute. I feel like that two keep it cute. Because the choir director kind of seemed like he was a little off-put, knowing that Kenya had a daughter.
Nosy.
Yeah,
you right. Keep it. The villagers are nosy.
Yeah, they're gonna be all up in her business, and that's gonna create some kind of problems. Yep.
Plus, now she's super special. She's super sparkly and shiny. She's got a beautiful voice. They're gonna be on her.
Yep, they're gonna be on her, and they're gonna create some issues in that relationship.
That girl.
And we'll go back to tell Malcolm, which I was proud of her. She did that. She did exactly what she was supposed to do. She went back and told Malcolm about, listen, this lady ran up on me today, asked me all kind of questions about you. His reaction was a little rough on her. But
something to say, shut the duck
up. His reaction was a little rough on her, but I mean, she did exactly what she was supposed to do. She went back and told them that, listen, this lady ran up on me. She was asking me all kind of questions about you. How do you think that situation is going to turn out? Or you think that's the end of Andrea? We don't see her no more?
Yeah, I think that's the end. I think that's it.
I think that
she served her purpose.
I think
really.
He's going to find another jump off.
Ken Retro, you can kiss my ass. How about that?
Oh. What Retro do?
Wasn't King Retro born in the 90s?
No.
He was born. He a baby. He's a baby.
But he was still born in the 1900s, correct?
No, he was. What were you born, Retro? He was probably born in the 2000s.
I think he was born like at 87 or something. 88.
No, he wasn't.
Like
no, he wasn't born. I don't know.
He's a baby.
Dame is like 20 days older than me.
Oh, okay. I thought he was the baby. You the
baby? Yeah, I'm the youngest.
I thought he was the baby.
I thought he was too.
I just love this scene. I love this scene. I love how Omar Epps really does look like somebody's daddy. Even when he came to the door last week and stepped that one leg out on the stoop and then waved him in, I was like, standing there in that big cardigan and he was tapping his hand. He was like, don't y'all got some kind of NDA or something to say shit?
Right.
And when she said, I may have mentioned your son, he was like,
Yeah, he was mad as hell.
But
he
that was a good year.
He said, "That's it. That's it. You're out. Get out of here. Get the duck."
82.
That was a good year, bro.
Yep. That's the 1900s. So go ahead and relax. That's the 1900s.
You were born in 82. Okay.
Yeah. Still the 1900s. Go ahead and
that was a good year, bro.
You just take a moment and think about that. Sir.
Oh, JOJ, you gonna get dragged backstage. You gonna get dragged backstage. I'm sorry for you, little buddy.
You little buddy.
You gonna drag for that.
You gonna get dragged for that. Backstage. They gonna drag you.
1960.
Oh, we got somebody
rock is Sir Ben.
Hey, we got somebody else. 1982. Y'all sound off them years if you don't want. Hey, sound off them years in the chat.
Okay, keep it cute. All right.
Mo,
you were born in 82 too, so.
Cheryl, me and you both, baby. Me and you both. Look, I'm the oldest one up here, so.
I'm gonna go with no one that really be, but that's fine.
Xavier, come on, bro. 99 for real?
Xavier, you were born in 99.
No, yes, he was. No, Xavier is our baby.
Oh,
no,
wow.
Xavier is the baby.
Oh, wow.
I did not know that. Okay.
Xavier is the baby. Yes.
Yeah, he is. He's
got 92, 82, 82.
It's like, what were we talking? We were talking about something on my channel.
I feel like a senior.
We were talking about something on my channel one day. What were we talking about? And I was saying, what were we talking about?
You got a 70?
Oh, we were talking. Oh no, we were talking about.
Come on, lovely.
Taking pictures.
They sounding off.
We were talking about taking pictures one day on my chat, and I was saying how you used to have to, with your camera, take the picture, take the film, drop it off at the CVS or the whatever, and then you picked it up a couple of days later, right? Or an hour later.
And y'all would get the envelope.
Xavier said, "What? You had to wait for your pictures."
Yeah, you had to wait like 4 days. You had to wait like 4 days.
Hey, did y'all get y'all pictures in an envelope?
Yep.
Yeah, little envelope.
Yep.
Yo, my parents still got their negatives. Remember how they would give you the negatives? My parents still got all of that.
In a little cup, right?
But no, they
was a vial.
Yeah, a little vial. Yeah. It was a little plastic thing with a rubber top on it. You had the negatives in there, right?
Yep.
Okay. Because I remember we had the instant camera. We just take a picture and that boy come out like,
Oh yeah, the Polaroid. Yeah.
You still got it. You can get them shipped to you now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But Xavier was like, "What? You had to wait for your pictures." Look at him. He said, "I still say that's outrageous."
And he said, "I still say that was outrageous." Damn, Xavier is our little kid brother. Oh my God.
Xavier probably don't know how to use it. Xavier, do you know how to use a landline?
No. Here's the question I got for you, Xavier. Do you know what a Walkman is?
No.
Oh wow.
You know what a Discman is.
I ain't talking about the Discman. I'm talking about the Walkman.
No, do you even know what a cassette tape is? Do you know what a cassette tape is?
Yeah.
Do you know how to get your tape back into the cassette?
Hey,
do you know how to fix a cassette? If your tape
do you know how to
fix it?
CJ, you ain't too young for this too, because you up there with the 82 and 83 too.
CJ, if you don't knock it off.
Yeah, right. CJ, you up here, you probably 82, 83 too.
Hey, JLJ, we were some of the best dressed. Being born in 82, that 90s fashion was it.
That 90s fashion was everything, and clothes last.
Very colorful.
And listen, guess what? We didn't take our clothes. We had to take our clothes to the dry cleaners and stuff back then to keep them from shrinking. You washed them, hand wash.
Starch them down, baby.
Starch them down.
Anybody remember using Stay Flow?
Clothes last. Starch. Now you wash your clothes. Now they be 2 sizes too small after you get them out the dryer. Shoot.
Anybody remember using Stay Flow? The starch. You had
we had Niagara.
We had Niagara too.
I had Stay Flow.
That green and yellow, that green can with that yellow top.
The green can.
Now, when you talking about that, I thought you were talking about the Afro Sheen, the Stay Fro.
Oh no, not that. I used to use Lusters, man.
Soul Glow, yeah, that's it. CJ, stop lying. You were not born in 2002. Boy, you know you lying to these folks on this channel.
He said, what, in the slave time? Yeah, starch, man. You should use starch for
They
your
got starch now, Xavier. Quit acting. You can go to Walmart right now and buy starch. And Niagara is still around, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I got
I still
Niagara.
use it.
I'm gonna pull up a bottle right now.
Listen, Xavier, to my hand
Yeah.
wash.
Hey, Stay Flow starch right here. Pull up a bottle real quick.
Is that the kind you washed with? That you wash your clothes
No,
with?
you don't wash your clothes with it. Hell no.
Yeah, they had something that was like in a box.
It was made by Purex. It was starch.
They had something that was in a box too.
No, I never used that.
We used to take it, dilute it with water. We used to dilute it with water.
It wasn't that brand, but my grandmother would make her own spray starch.
Yeah, you can make your own spray starch. Yeah.
Yeah, you can buy spray starch, but we used to buy that starch and dilute it with water and just spray it on our jeans and iron it.
I remember.
Nah, I ain't never do all that.
You had to let it dry on your clothes.
I just spray my
You had to let it dry on your clothes before you start ironing. You have all them flakes all over your clothes.
Yeah, you have to be careful about the flakes. If you use the wrong temperature, you couldn't use the wrong temperature.
Don't do too much. Don't do too much.
Don't put
I can't tell you how many people came to school with fucked up jeans because they didn't let it dry.
Yeah, you're doing this all day.
Shiny.
All day long. Boy, that took us back.
Oh man. See? Yeah, Stay Flow. Yup. Your clothes will be crisp. Yes.
Even after you wash them.
Or you put them creases in your jeans, them jeans stay forever. Your jean being up forever.
And you remember if you didn't iron your clothes the right way the same time, you would have a second crease.
Yep, you have a second crease. Yeah.
I remember those. My boy, boy, you don't know how to iron. Come here. Yeah. I remember them days.
Yeah, that Stay Flow, boy. You put that shit in your clothes, it be.
Angelica talking about something like we frying fish.
She talking about that Stay Flow. I know what she talking about. Oh my God.
Those were the days.
All right, well, we're gonna look at the end. We're gonna look at the end.
Clothes stay new as long as we could. Shoot, we had to take care of the clothes.
J said he had the weave belt hanging. I remember that. Buy that boy too big and let it hang.
You talking about the yes, God, man. I used to hate that. I used to wrap mine around.
You buy it and you buy it too big and you let it hang.
Some of y'all bringing back some good memories. We are. I wish we had more times like that. Times were fun back then, though. I mean, we didn't have to worry about nothing, and we had life, and we simple things we enjoyed doing. We had an internet, so we had to have fun.
You didn't have shoes to count.
We ain't had the internet. We had when cell phones came around, we had free minutes after 7.
I went after no 7 o'clock. It was after 9 o'clock. What are you talking about? Bell South Mobility.
7 o'clock. It was 7 o'clock.
Man, I had free after 7. It was Sprint.
Sprint, they had the terrible service too, though.
Yeah, they service stuff.
I had Alltel and Bell South Mobility. I ain't gonna even lie. My first phone I had was a bag phone. It was a hand-me-down. My mom used to have a little car phone. I'm like, Mom, I am not gonna walk around here with no bag phone.
How y'all let me throw y'all off? So far off of my comments. I came on here to defend myself. First of all, let me start with the episode. I actually liked the episode, even though the middle of the season, this didn't seem like a middle of the season episode. But I think it kind of peeled off a little bit more layers with Jukebox and her relationship with her mom. I think we get deeper into how conniving and the distance that Rock would go in order to keep Kanan close to her and not finding out the truth because she screwed up.
Right.
I think Lulu has to do something. He got to get my respect back. Like Lulu, like first season, Lulu was my guy. The whole jukebox music thing, Crown doing what he doing, and it's almost like they laughing at you. Like at this point, Lulu, you don't notice. Kill somebody soon.
Right.
I prefer to be Crown. Please be Crown. I am going to record that scene when he kills Crown on my phone and watch it over and over again for my satisfaction whenever I get disgruntled on the show.
Crown's gonna get it. Now, I don't know. It's something about it makes me feel like, I don't know.
Well, I think the whole thing with Lulu is I think Lulu is kind of like sitting back and relaxing because he wants to escape that life so much that his integrity is being judged, and he kind of ruined his integrity a little bit with his with Juke, because Juke was the one or Lulu was the one that Juke always ran to, when she wasn't feeling, when she was feeling some type of way about, Marvin. Well, either Juke or Rock, but it was mostly Lulu, so it was mostly Lulu. But now with the last episode and this episode, it is kind of hard to bounce back from that with Lulu and Juke. I think that relationship might be done for. Yeah, that relationship might be done for. Was she gonna gravitate towards her mom a little bit more? And I completely agree with what Juggernaut said. When they find out at the church about Juke's lifestyle, she gonna find somewhere else to seek refuge. She ain't gonna have no choice but to probably go back to Burke. That's the only place she probably can seek refuge because Burke understands it.
The church might run into Burke.
So the church might run into Burke. That might be the only place that she could actually go and get accepted for who she is and what and how her lifestyle she chose.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very interesting points. Xavier, I didn't know you was that young, but you a funny dude. I was reading every comment that you was posting. You was wilding, but very interesting points.
Like he's my kid brother now, for real.
Hey, I had to reply to his. He said minutes. Jesus be offense.
It was rough back in them time, man. Listen, that phone. Listen, don't call me after 9 o'clock. Do not call me after 9 o'clock.
When that little boy start pushing up on Juke, and Juke sprayed to him like, "Hey, I don't go that way," whatever, or however she found out, then that's when the church gonna find out, and then that's when she gonna seek refuge back with Burke.
Yep, I think she might peel Burke's cap back at some point.
You think Jukebox gonna peel the cap?
No, I don't think Juke gonna do it. I think somebody else gonna do it, but I don't think Juke gonna do it.
Yeah, I think somebody else might do it, but I don't think it'll be Juke. I see Howard doing it before Juke.
Yeah, I can see that.
Howard gonna do it. Howard will do it to protect Kanan.
I think Howard gonna set her up. Somebody said that earlier that she gonna get her. She gonna go down on the charge.
I thought you wasn't that old. He gonna say 10 cents, but he gonna say 10 cents for every text message you sent.
Sure was. He lying. He up there with y'all. He in the 80s too. He like 82, 83. He might be 83, 84. He might be 83, 84. He is not born in no 2002 though. He's lying about that. I was born in 2002 and I met you in 2015, CJ. Uncle Chris.
Oh man, bro.
Y'all funny. Marvin don't pull up to these people's house and watch them. Like, I don't know what it is that he want. I guess he's looking for closure, and I guess he got the unalive Tony D for him to feel like he got closure.
Yes.
You lying, CJ. You are so lying. You were not born in.
When Marvin said, "If you do, Ninja, if you knew what that mouth
been,
if you knew what that mouth do,
right? If you know what that mouth do, you would not be kissing her in the mouth." So Rock is trying to pack up the cabin. They getting ready to go back to New York or whatever. She sent Kanan back down to the general store to turn in the keys. And let's say, stay away from that white girl. And Kanan look at her like, yeah, whatever. And where did we see him run to? That white girl. And Rock is I don't know. That kind of brought me back to the whole situation. How did she know that dude was stalking her or whatever? But she got a drop on him. She got the drop on him.
I have no idea. I have no idea how she knew. But I knew that other dude was about to get ready to try to take Kanan out because of his racial beliefs. I already knew he was already on it.
And he had already said the night before, "Let me kill him." He said that.
Yeah. He was already on it. He was like, "Well, that's one thing the mafia don't do. The mafia don't kill kids,
and they usually don't mess with women
unless they snitching."
Yeah. So it was
but he couldn't help it. It was a black kid that's with a white girl, and the mafia is just like every mafia movie. The dialogue has always been in the direction that they don't like black people.
Right.
But you know what? Let's go back to original Power when Tommy found out that he was part Italian or whatever. And you remember when Tony Teresi and his wife came over to dinner and they found out Lakeisha was his girlfriend? They weren't happy about that. They were not happy.
They weren't happy at all.
Are you the cook? And they was like, are you the cook? They
right.
were not happy about that.
Exactly.
Them mafiosos do not like color folk.
No, they do not at all.
They do not like color folk. Rock get the drop on dude. Do y'all think she made a mistake letting him live?
Yep.
Nope.
No.
No.
She would have killed him. She would have killed him. That would have been the worst mistake.
Like she said. She said, if I kill you, then I'm setting off the war. If I don't kill you, you're gonna keep coming after me. What we gonna do? And before they could start negotiating, that's when the white girl rolled up and was like, "Yo, he trying to kill Kanan."
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I think by letting them live, they could at least have room to negotiate. If she would have killed them, it'd have been no negotiating. You killed the main man. There's no negotiating behind that.
Now that I'm thinking about it, that may further impress Sal. That may further impress Sal because he was already kind of low key digging her a little bit when she stood up to him. So when them folks come back empty-handed and like, yo, she got the drop on us, that may low key even impress him even more.
And that's why dude didn't kill him. That's why the dude didn't kill him, because he was like, "Oh no, you going back? You going to explain this?"
He said a lot that he shot his dude, his own dude.
And that could be at some point if they come down to it, because she made it clear.
I agree with that too, Xavier. I agree with that. That was like shit. I would have got the drop on his ass. I would have go ahead and took him out. You tried to kill me, I'm gonna kill you.
Can't do that.
At the same time,
they already at war. You already rolled up on me and put a blicky in my
face. First of all, she's going to be dropping him in her cabin.
But if you think about it, that's probably how she going to end up with either more drugs or she's going to end up with soldiers.
With some muscle, yeah.
But I was about to get ready to say, but now the negotiation is in her favor a little bit because she didn't kill him. If she would have killed him, there's no conversation. You killed the main man. If you kill the main man in the mafia, you have to go. They probably wake up in the morning and kill your kids if you kill a made guy. So I think by letting him live,
York, her whole family would have been dead. Right. By the time she got back to New York, her whole family would have been dead. Yeah.
The whole family, even the mom in the church. So I think
I'm gonna be honest. I think Rock was smelling herself a little bit last week. I think this brought her down a little bit. She's sitting in the middle of the woods, in the middle of nowhere, and here these niggas are. I think that humbled her a little bit too, to be honest with you.
Yeah, she was feeling herself a little bit last week when she was like, she didn't even look at that offer. She balled it up and threw it away. You're right. This brought her down a couple of notches right here.
Yep, need to.
You can't be touched. Yep.
Because remember, what is her weakness? Kanan.
Yep. And so now when the mafiosos get back and tell Sal what happened, that they may end up flipping on Unique. But I think they're going to be more loyal to Unique because Unique saved that boy in that prison. But I think at the end of the day,
they killed. They're gonna probably end up killing that guy that was trying to kill Kanan.
Oh, they
definitely.
They'll
kill him.
Yeah, Sal probably gonna kill him. Yeah.
Yeah, he liability.
He's gonna get dirt now.
Yeah, he got
kill kids.
Yeah.
Don't kill kids. You done.
That's why you're right. Somebody said that's why he probably got left alive. That's why he got left alive. He's gonna go back and explain to that mob.
He got it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. That's why they left him. That's why they left him alive. Because you gonna go explain. Not only did we screw this up, but you was about to kill the child after I explicitly told you do not touch him. I told you don't touch him.
Because if he didn't touch him, then they could have. It's a possibility that that they could have finished the job. A possibility they could have finished the job. But once they found out that he was trying to kill Kanan, all bets was off. They got to go save Kanan now.
On the flip side, Kanan picked that gun up.
Oh yeah, Kanan was ready. He picked that gun up. He didn't put it down either. He didn't put the gun down either.
He picked that gun up.
He left with it. Yeah, he left with it. And he asked her in the car, what was that all about? You know, do I need to be on the lookout? What's this all about? And she's like, don't worry about it. And you right,
she said it'd be
Miss Honey, that narration at the end told a lot.
Yeah, it did.
That narration at the end explained a lot. Like, listen, sit still, be quiet, and see what's going on. But the preview for next week is what I want to talk about. we get to see our girl Palomar in action. Okay, so she giving Kanan the blicky. What's that all about?
Palomar. What's
the mama?
The mama.
I know,
but
the mama.
The mama.
The neighbor. His new girlfriend.
I know
his new girlfriend mom.
I know who she is. Who is she like to be handling Kanan like this? Remember we talked about she's got to know who he is.
It's something. It's something with her.
Yeah, it's something.
She made me know who Rock is. She made me know who Rock is.
Yeah, you give a kid a gun.
Yeah, she might know who Rock is. She might be another Andrea too, though. She might be another Andrea turning tricks and shit. So,
I mean, but you got to know that the trick you messing with got money. I mean, you taking a chance on that with a kid. But
exactly.
you know, she got her daughter. She got her daughter.
Exactly I take it. That's exactly. Palomar is going to be another mentor to Kanan.
Oh, she's grooming too. Yeah, but still, she got to know. So I don't know. I want to know who she is. Even if she is grooming, like, why you pick him instead of Famous? Like, what's happening?
Because Famous is a jackass.
A dope crackhead.
Yeah.
Famous is a jackass. And you know what? You probably use White Retro because if you look at it like the last episode, not this one, but the one before that, you kind of see more so, or even this one, you kind of see him more so pulling away from Rock. So he might be believing more in what she's saying than what Rock is saying right now, because right now he can't believe nothing that come out of his mom's mouth.
Yep.
So that could be it.
And I wonder with this money that Famous and Kanan gonna get robbed for next week. I wonder if that's Kanan stealing more money from his family. Whatever. I'm trying to figure out where this money.
It looks like Kanan gonna be slanging though.
Yeah, I know.
Because he getting hemmed up by the police. It looks like he's out there slinging. Either that or he running some boys on the corner. But Rock say they don't have to run corners. So I don't know.
He's trying to branch out and do his own thing.
Yeah.
But she said no side hustles.
And that's what costs an issue
no
because
side hustles.
She also said that cop ain't your daddy. We know that's a lie. So
right, exactly.
That's what talking about Crown and that patch of hair need to go.
Yeah, I kill Crown myself. I'm tired.
I can't stand.
Okay, so Miss Honey wants to do Burke. You gonna do Crown?
I would have won the Crown.
I just want to do Lulu. I'm gonna just do them.
Wow!
Did you see them tight thighs? It's not me tight thigh tees. I don't know what's something about it.
Jesus Christ!
Which is how she's able to manipulate Tariq. I mean, we're gonna see some lessons. We need to do a watch back to season 3. We need to do a watch back and do like a little live about season 3. We need to get together and pick a day where we're gonna do watch back, and let's study some of this interaction between Jukebox and Kanan in Power season 3. Because I feel like there's some nuggets there that we need to be looking for in this series.
Oh, watch back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think they tying some loose ends?
I think they're
tying the story together.
I think they're starting to tie some of the story together, and we're just missing some of the pieces.
But you know what? I like when you put up scenes on the screen. Like I was looking at Lou's t-shirt, the graphics. I was like, he was dressed really nice. Like that was pretty cool, the graphic tee. And then it made me think about Kanan had a Spike Lee t-shirt on. It was like a throwback from School Day. What was the one where they were fighting with the Italians and
oh shoot,
the big radio.
Do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
He had on like that Spike Lee Do the Right Thing t-shirt, and then we had those moments. Like when you show the pictures.
The Benetton sweatshirt that Kanan had on. I used to rock Benetton. But
them Etienne Anye boots.
They be dressing Kanan real good, but they be dressing the hell out of him. That shit Famous be wearing. I don't know. Some of it is
even Juke with the eyes on.
Famous had on the
hell out of Kanan and Juke. They be dressing the hell out of
him. But they're supposed to dress up. Famous ain't supposed to dress because they're supposed to look like that because they're the family of the drug dealers. Like they're supposed to. They're supposed to have the latest on, the freshest. You know, they supposed to have that.
That makes sense.
Luke in a jacket, man. That's what he.
Yeah, I like those frozen scenes.
Why was Juke still in clothes?
They still wear them jackets like that in New York.
I'm just talking about the bulge in those pants. Those pants are.
the way those pants are bulging out. Like I don't know if it's how the light is catching or the air getting in the.
Oh Jesus!
Oh my God! It's the beeper, Miss Honey. It's the beeper.
I was. I mean, I'm just saying.
Nigga, your sweatshirt really be.
Yeah, they go that Benetton. There you go. Benetton.
The yellow and blue. Look at the inside of the jacket. Like that was that.
No, last week it was a
Is that a Tommy? Is that a Tommy or is that Nautica?
Last week, it was last week. I had that same jacket.
It looked like Nautica.
I had the Nautica one. The Nautica one was the J-class one. I had it in every color. That Nautica one. I had that.
I was a Nautica kid.
Yeah, I remember that.
And if you think back now, that's when clothes for a long time you wore them just a little larger. Yeah.
Well,
and then went to this place where they were way too big, and now they're like skinny tight jeans now for a lot of people.
Because remember back then, an extra large would have probably been a 2X today.
Yeah,
like a large would have been like an extra large. I mean, they made them. The sizes were like you had to get a size down.
But also, we wore more than one shirt. Remember?
Yeah,
you wore more than one shirt. Like I remember when 2 button downs. You wear 2 button downs.
You wore a sweater. You wore a shirt up under a sweater. Yep, that's true.
Whoa. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes, Xavier and Retro.
I did do all that. That's all I'm saying.
JOJ.
That's all I'm saying.
Button downs. 2
I never
different
did
colors.
2 button downs. Okay.
2 different colors. Hey. Your sneaks still matched.
Hey, whatever y'all accepted back there.
If we was doing Izard, that's the Argyle print on your socks, right? Your socks.
No, because JLJ wore Gucci to school every day. He don't know nothing about wearing
that
stuff
is
like
so
nice. He wore Gucci to school every day. He wore Gucci to school
in high school, maybe, but in middle school, no.
See, he wore Gucci every day. He wore designer rags to school.
Oh, in high school, it was Iceberg, Coogee sweaters, and Gucci. Yeah, high school, all that. Yes. But in middle school, it was cross colors. It was Carl Kanai. I kid you not.
You wore Armani. You wore Armani to school, boy.
No way.
Now you're a dad.
Yeah, no way. Yeah.
So now you're on minivan time.
Yes, definitely.
Fresh talking about Izod. You know exactly what Izod is. So who you quit acting like that? You know exactly what Izod is. They selling that cold steel probably.
Yeah.
But overall, man, I hope Rock gets a little bit better. Like the last season, I loved Rock. I was Team Rock all the way. Too. This episode, it wasn't as bad. She's still very deceitful. She's still moving sneaky, trying not to blow her cover or the one thing, you know, with the cop and all of the type of stuff. Because once Kanan really starts, but like I think he's beginning to believe, but he's not 100% sure. But once he's 100% sure, she lost him.
She don't lost him already.
Like he's gone
already. Yeah.
And another thing.
Mickey Mouse watch.
And another thing, I keep thinking back to when Kanan was talking to his son in Power, in the original Power, when he was talking about Tasha, when he was like, "Oh, you get with a bad chick like that, she'll tell you anything, and you'll believe her," or whatever he said. And then I'm like, so is that the way that he's gonna go with old girl when she gives him the piece? Is she gonna start like he gonna be like, "Oh, this is a bad chick that's into me"? Am I gonna start believing?
That was a reference to Palomar. I feel like that was a reference back to Palomar.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So, that's where they tie it in. That was the first thing I thought about. Is when I saw the previews, I was like, "Yo, I could have sworn he told his son, hey, you gotta watch out for them bad chicks because you know they had you doing anything."
CJ, what are you talking about? You still dressed like that? I'm joking. You got six pair undergarments on right now. You probably got on a pair of basketball shorts, some boxers, a pair of jeans. Yeah, I don't know how we did that shit either. That's too many damn clothes. That's too much clothes.
Oh, I couldn't do nothing without wearing basketball shorts up under my jeans. It just didn't feel comfortable unless I had basketball shorts on up under my jeans. Why? They don't even make jeans big enough to do that no more.
The thing about it is, though, especially like us when we were that age, we were real slim. We were real skinny. So for us, those clothes didn't fit. It didn't fit right. You know, they were so big, so you had to put some extra layers on up under it just for it to not feel like it's falling off of you.
Y'all was trying to look thick.
Right.
Y'all was trying to be thick.
Right. I had a triple
now
fat
we
goose
think
coat,
naturally.
right?
I feel like that's what I'm getting from Lulu's picture.
Say what, CG?
Now we think naturally.
I feel like I'm getting that from Lulu's picture. He was giving me thick.
Oh my God, that beat.
Oh Jesus!
It was his pager in his pocket. Okay,
there's nothing. Look at really.
She's shaking her head. Nobody about to be messing with y'all.
Listen. I'll investigate and let y'all know if it's really his pager. I'll investigate.
Oh wow!
I bet.
Okay, so do you guys think that you know that Tommy and Ghost sitting up and got him thrown, or was it Tasha thrown in the hoosgow? But was Kanan grimy for then?
Well, let's just be honest. Let's just be 100% honest. And we've talked about this before. Even though Kanan did some terrible, egregious, horrible
I just wonder if he came out of jail like that, or if he was like that before jail.
It was revenge. It was revenge.
Yeah, he was. He was
Kanan wasn't really the
shooting his son.
Kanan wasn't really the villain. It was Ghost and Tasha that set him up, and all that anger was fueled by revenge. You took
exactly, and that's why he shot
his son in the face. You guys.
That's why he shot Sean, because he had hate in his eyes. Only thing he was thinking about was, I didn't raise you. I was in the pit. Ghost raised you.
Child. That's right. You Ghost child.
Wow.
And your uncle that you admire and love so much is the one who put me here, and you still got love for him. So I mean,
and his wife
that you sleeping with.
So
right. Now was another one too. That was
now
big.
what Kanan was going to do. So now what Kanan is going to do is, I'm going to take his son. I am going to raise this little evil ass bastard Tariq the way that I want to raise and grow him.
Exactly. Yep. In my likeness.
Yep.
Can't nobody stand Tariq.
But I don't think that Kanan became that ruthless. I mean, in season 2, he wasn't that bad. It was season 3 that he was just completely off the chain.
I mean, it's so hard to picture him as the Kanan we knew in power, because now obviously he's a smaller child, but I'm like, what turned him to the point where you would do something so cold, man?
But you gotta think
I can see it going in that direction though.
Yeah.
I can see it going in that direction though.
Look
because
at he already do.
And he already do crazy, sneaky stuff like distilling the money, distilling the drugs. When he put those drugs out there in the street that killed all those people, like he already kind of do crazy stuff anyway. Just now he has somewhat of a conscience about it.
Yeah, he don't feel bad about that as much as he
don't feel bad about that at all. He should feel bad about what happened to Jukebox girlfriend, but he don't have no remorse for that whatsoever.
He don't. Even the 50 people he killed on the street, though.
That's what I was just getting ready to say. Even the 50 people
Detective Howard, he feels bad about that.
Yeah, he feels bad about that, but you have no remorse for all the lives that you took with your bad crack.
So he got somewhat of a conscience. He got somewhat of a conscience because he even felt bad about Jukebox about to get ready to take out Tariq.
But that's because what we're saying is the affection that he should have had for his own son, Sean, he didn't have that for Sean. He had it for Tariq. So killing Tariq would have been equivalent to killing his son. That's why he chose to kill Jukebox over killing Tariq, because he actually had love for Tariq as if Tariq was his real son.
And I can't wait to see. Is where their relationship split. Like where their relationship gets where their relationship gets to the point where they only reach out. Not get bad, but to the point where they're not as close as they always been. Because right now it seems like they real tight knit and everything. So I want to see where the separation comes in at.
I think it was a fail. I think it was. I'm not gonna say bad writing. I think that it was something that we saw too soon in the story. We should have seen Nicole die later on in the story because of Kanan's crack, and that could have been that could have been the catalyst right there that drove the wedge.
Yeah.
That drove the wedge between them. We should have saw that happen in season 3, and where Jukebox and Kanan split because of that. I think that was just too soon for us to see that. But I guess what they're trying to show is that Jukebox has just really been a loner all this time, and Kanan's probably going to do something else that is probably going to be a no-go for her. It's probably going to have something to do with her mama, because that's the only other thing that she holds dear to her right now. She don't care nothing about Marvin. She don't care about nobody else in the family. So the only other thing that Kanan can take away from her is either going to be another love interest, or it's going to either be her mama. And I can't see how that's going to unfold.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
Well, if Rock had something to do with leaving Juke, turns against Rock and is forced to defend Rock, even though he knows some things are true.
Oh my God, Miss Honey, get out my head, because I was getting ready to say, why couldn't it be a situation where Juke feels like Kanan didn't have her back, or Kanan wasn't there for her? Like you said, it could be a situation, because we know, or at least I ain't gonna say we know. I truly believe that Rock has something to do with her mama leaving, and that's gonna come out. I don't know if it's gonna come out this season, but that's gonna come out. And I think it may be something like that, where because her and Kanan are so close, and she's always had his back and always been there for him, that when she needed him to have her back and take her side, he didn't do it.
And it's gonna be epic, because even though it wasn't right that Rock sent, Juke says it wasn't right that Rock sent Kanan to kill Howard. She very close to Rock. She can talk to Rock. She looked, when she was sitting in church, she looked more like Rock does than Rock does herself. Okay, she looked just like her, like she raised her.
And I needed to give a shout out. Rock looked good this episode. That slick back hair.
Did you see how that ponytail was giving when she stormed off? You don't mess with white girl.
She was flawless in this
Rock
episode.
Is beautiful in every episode.
I was about to say she is, though.
I don't know. It was something about that ponytail. It was something about that ponytail. I don't know. She looked. I mean, she does. I'm not saying she's unattractive, but it was something about that ponytail. It was something different about that ponytail this episode.
It just hit a little different.
Even in that cutlass. The way she was sitting with the shades when the police pulled up and she pulled them shades off. Like,
I'm glad they pulled Juke off that ponytail. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, it'll be back next week. It'll be back.
That's what I'm getting ready to say. It'll be back next week. She went down there for
why
the
are you
church.
guys calling it a break show?
Well, because usually, I don't know if it's. So, are we getting one next week, or
usually after episode 5 we get a week off.
Right, we get a week off, and then we get another.
I don't think we're getting it this week. I don't think we're getting it this week because we got a trailer for next week.
That's true. So maybe they're not giving us a break.
Yeah,
but remember,
maybe after next week.
But the thing is, remember, nothing's coming behind this.
Yeah,
because of this dispute with Stars, nothing is coming.
I thought Book 2 was coming back.
It is, but it's not coming. It's not. Remember, for a while they had this one right behind the other. But yeah. I know they're done filming season 3 of Book 2, and I know they're done filming season 2 of BMF. But when we're going to see, remember, they still got that. They got that dispute with 50 Cent. Got that dispute with Stars. I don't know when we're going to.
BMF is coming back too.
Yeah, they're done.
They're done with it.
Okay. I missed that.
Okay, Xavier said Book 2 is coming back in November. Then I could be wrong. Then they can come back in November because if we have 5 more episodes, even if they don't take another break, that puts us.
In other words, we got to spend a whole nother. Oh God.
That puts us at mid to end October.
Yeah, that puts us at the middle end of October, and that gives us about 2 weeks off before November.
I need them
because BMF is done too. Because Monique is in this season. Yeah, see, Angelica, Monique is in this season of BMF and Lala, and they've already done filming it.
Okay, we got some comments about Crown. What are we talking about? People think Crown is soft, but he might have a plan for Uncle Lou.
That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I don't even think Crown is. I don't think Crown is soft. I just think he's a snaky, wormy person. That's all I think. That's all I think he is. Yeah, I just think he's snaky and wormy. That's all I think.
Vernon Stark was unaware his brother. I think he was. I don't think he knew.
I think Crown is soft, actually. I mean, you let that man punch you in the face, you ain't do nothing.
I mean,
you went for a gun.
And then you begging him to stop putting your hands on me. Stop putting your hands on me.
Yeah, you went for a gun. I mean, my 1-year-old can go for a gun. I think you are soft. Actually, I'll take that back. Now that I think about it, you're very much soft. This is the second time he put hands on you.
Listen, when the man said, "You not gonna keep hitting me," bro. Why he got so many passes? The first time it should have been a fight.
It should have been a fight the first time. You put hands on me, right?
You put hands on me now. We
bro, you put your hands on me. I'm beating your ass the first time. I'm hitting you back.
Yeah.
I think that Vernon did know his brother was left-handed, man. And I think that's part of the reason. I think Vernon is part of the
cover up.
The cover up, yeah.
Yeah. Or that could be why he got defensive so fast when he was like, "What your mama saying? Your mama saying that's not your daddy." Maybe that's why he reacted. Because he got real. He was real quick.
Yeah, he got
real quick.
Yeah, he did.
Real quick.
Like, he was 0
to 100.
Yeah, so maybe he did know.
Yeah, and knew that what Rock. Well, I guess he was trying to confirm whether or not Rock was keeping her end of the bargain.
Right. Keeping her end of the deal. Yeah.
She was paid to do that.
Well, he doubled back on Kanan, though, right? He doubled back on Kanan and said, "I took a bullet from you, and I." For you because I never said a word about you, and the reason why is because you're my son. I think he is handling kid gloves because he's trying to woo him on his side. Rock is trying to hold him tight to her side, right? That's why I think they had a conversation. He was just expecting to talk to Kanan a little bit more that day, and Rock, rushed him on up out of there.
But let's go back to, and we have this argument just about. I'm not going to say an argument. We have this discussion. Let me say that because we don't argue about it. We have this discussion just about every week regarding this particular topic I'm about to bring up. Let's go back to, this is why I want to do a reach back to those seasons where Kanan was in power. Season 2 and season 3 is where we need to focus.
Mm-hmm.
But remember he had that this was probably in season 6 right here. Remember he had that conversation with Tariq in the car the day that he died. That you're not a real killer until you kill somebody that you love. Was that about Sean, or was that about something else that we're going to see happen in Raising Kanan?
I think it was.
Now I'm back on that same vibe. Does he kill Rock?
I think that was something before that.
I think so too. But who else does he love?
I thought it was about Sean.
Yeah, I don't think he kills Rock though.
Well, maybe it's Howard. Maybe he does.
I mean, Rock might be dead, but I don't think he did it.
But listen, we know that Howard's dead. We know that Howard's dead. Well, we don't know that he's dead, but we know that Howard is not around anymore.
Well, I mean, if you look at it like this, before anything,
because they're talking about Jukebox too, Xavier.
Yeah, I was gonna say he killed Jukebox.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Was he ruthless come from jail? But I agree with the homie. Maybe something with Rock is why he went into jail ruthless and grimy. Maybe it was because of Rock. Maybe that's why he wanted to get rid of him and frame him and put him in jail. Maybe it wasn't just about him stealing the business. Maybe it was about getting rid of him.
What it is. This is what we said in this episode. Even though that Rock got all that stuff going on with the Carter. Yes, I'm calling that the Carter too. What we got going on with the Carter, we see Kanan is still going to those streets, and he don't have to. Ghost was doing the same thing. We don't have to stay in these streets, but you keep going in these streets and you messing stuff up. Stay out the streets. The streets is not where it's at.
And you're doing messy things.
And that's what we keep constantly seeing. And that's one type of that's the continuity that we see between this series and the last one.
At all. He didn't blink an eye when he killed Sean. He didn't show no remorse, even when he told Jukebox, because Jukebox kept questioning him down about what happened to Sean. He didn't even seem remorseful when he told Jukebox that he killed his son, and she didn't care about it either. But here's the question. What ends up happening to Howard? We know that Howard doesn't carry over to the story, so eventually he goes away. We know that he's been healed of the cancer. We know that he survived what does he ultimately take Howard out for the sake of his family's business? Because at the end of the day, if Kanan truly wants to be in his life, I can't be associated with my dad being a cop. So does Kanan ultimately make a decision on his own to take Howard out? Whereas Rock is pushing for it to happen right now. maybe Kanan gets to a point where he decides to make that decision to kill Howard on his own because he kept that name, Kanan Stark, all throughout Power.
Yeah. Kanan Stark just rings better than Kanan Howard anyway. I mean,
Kanan Howard.
Yeah, Kanan Howard just don't sound good.
Lovely, we've been debating that for 2 years. It could be that he visits his mama in the cemetery. It could be that he visits his. My personal thing is, I think Rock eventually gets out of the business, and her and Symphony ride off into the sunset, and they move.
And pick up a life anew in that house that she bought.
They move out of town somewhere, maybe in that house, maybe somewhere else. That's me. That's what I think happened. And I think that the reason why Rock doesn't come to claim the body is because either she's in some sort of witness protection, or she had to leave town, and if she come back, she worried about if she ever came back, or maybe her and Kanan. I don't know, but I think Rock's still alive.
I think Rock's still alive.
Yeah, I don't think she's dead.
The only reason why I hold on to she may be alive, but just not. I think her and Kanan end up having such a big rift that they just decide to agree to disagree and live life separately outside of each other, because for the fact that they showed Tariq was the only person that was concerned about Kanan, and on that news report when they talked about Kanan dying, they said he had no surviving relatives.
They probably didn't know.
Well,
I mean,
they knew that Sean was his father, because remember they put Sean up. They put Sean up there on the screen with him and said that his son had recently died. And
yeah, they did.
So I'm just trying to figure out how we know why Jukebox didn't show up to claim him, because he killed her. We're gonna assume that Marvin and Lulu die or get locked up.
Lulu going to Cali.
And be with Jessica, right? Because
Marvin getting locked
still
up.
got feelings for her. He still got feelings for her.
Marvin not going to jail.
Jessica
Marvin
is strung out in Cali.
Marvin not going to jail. He's
turned
going
out.
Turned out and strung out in Cali.
No, she's turned out. Yeah, she's being passed around right now for a carton of Newports.
Marvin going out in the blaze of glory. He ain't going to jail.
Marvin is, yeah. Marvin going out in blaze of glory. Yeah.
I just want to see what's going to go on in this season. Like, we are definitely, there's a lot of different things being bounced around. Like I said, they're all entertaining. They're all really great possibilities. And I think that's a testament to the writing.
And the fact that we know that there's more that, see, this is what makes us so fixated on this particular version of Power, is because we know what the outcome is for the characters. We know what some of the outcome is for the characters. So there's anticipation. When are we going to see it? When are we going to see this?
I also think that I understand that we hold on to what was said, but I think we can't hold on to it so tight, because when some of that stuff was written, there was no prequel. And so some of the stuff, so like when somebody said, well, Kanan said he never knew his father on the original Power. I think that might be a situation where we can't necessarily hold on so tight to some of that, because that dialogue was written before maybe this was all mapped out about what raising Kanan was going to look like.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It could.
I have an issue with that, though. I agree with what you're saying wholeheartedly. I agree with what you're saying. But for continuity purposes, when you have a show that is a continuation of another show, you look for those. You expect the writers to go back and review the characters that they're going to be writing for, and bring those little nuggets and nuances into the new series, because for continuity, we expect for that to be answered. And maybe ultimately he doesn't know who to believe. I think
I was gonna say he can easily write that off. I mean, a lot of people lie about their parents if they don't really fuck with them.
Exactly.
Well, exactly. I think when you said could have visited his mom at the grave, went to see her, was a very valid point. I remember when drugs to Tariq at the school, he said something about a cousin having to get the money back to his cousin or something like that. But I mean, he wasn't 100% honest with Kanan either. So he could have been lying about a cousin. The money was probably for him. He was just making him think,
but we also know that Kanan told Tariq a lot of lies too to get Tariq.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Some of that I can't, like with the I never knew my father. That might have been a line to get Tariq, to get to Tariq. I don't know.
Yeah, because he was having an issue with
Right.
Not Marvin going out like Cleo.
Marvin is definitely not going easy.
Yeah, he going out in the blaze.
Whatever happens, his belly is gonna be full. Okay.
Yeah, he won't be. He will definitely.
Miss Renee wasn't eating nothing. Miss Renee had a cup of coffee. It was probably lukewarm. Marvin had a steak, eggs,
a whole meal inside. He had a whole meal inside.
Yo, if Marvin's metabolism ever slow down, he is in trouble.
He had a popsicle. I mean, a lollipop when he went past the girl's house. Like, I mean, always grubbing.
Yep, he sure did.
Yeah.
Well, looks like we're gonna have a good episode next week. We get to see that conversation with Rock, and hopefully she also addresses him going over there and messing with Juliana, because if she don't tighten that situation up, she's gonna lose her work with the Colombians. Nice. And that may end up what happens. She loses her work with the Colombians and have to end up working with the Italians. But I don't think that they work.
I want to see what goes on with her and Unique. That is what I want to see. That's going to be. I don't think
that her and the Italians are going to end up working together, because Kanan didn't too much care for the Italians in power, because he was all for helping Tommy take them out. So
that's probably why.
Yeah, that's why I was getting ready to say. I don't think that they end up working together. Now that I think about that, I don't think they're going to end up working together.
Well, it's that time for the show.
Savannah, welcome in. We're glad to have you.
Welcome. Miss Honey sent you. Welcome.
Welcome in.
Welcome,
Miss Honey, one of your honeybees.
Love you up.
All right. Any more thoughts on this week's episode? Any other topics we want to talk about?
Hey, where y'all lipstick at?
Yeah.
We
ain't got that.
Laces there. He just want to talk about his laces.
That's all that is. He just want to talk about sneakers.
You can best believe I don't even have shoes on today. Ha!
Wow. Y'all know what I have on.
I don't have on sneakers.
Who got sneakers today?
Yeah, he probably got on his Gucci loafers. He at work.
Who got sneakers on tonight? We gonna.
I am not at work.
I'm wearing Petty Betty by Julia's Place.
Being a dad.
LJ, you better hold it down for one time. I know you got some shoes.
Well, I'm wearing my oldie but goodie. I'm wearing my Milani. This is make believe. I'm wearing my. Oh, Miss Honey. Oh. Excuse me. I'm sorry, Miss Honey.
Wait, how did everybody just back up away from the screen like we was?
Right, she backed up like she could catch it through the screen.
I was just like, oh, it's stuck. It got stuck.
My subscribers were telling me today that all of the Sephora's inside of JCPenney's are closing, so everything is on sale. She said that Fenty was 25% off, and some of the other brands were like 25 and 35% off. So I got a JCPenney not too. I'm going down to the Sephora tomorrow after work.
But can I get it online? Can I go into JCPenney?
No,
online
because it's the stores that are inside of the JCPenney.
Oh, I'm gonna have to send somebody.
Yep.
Maybe I could send Beautiful Soul.
And it's all of them. Because one of my subscribers in California said that they're doing it there too. So I'm gonna have to go down to the Sephora tomorrow.
Y'all talk amongst yourselves. Let me text Beautiful Soul. Talk amongst yourselves.
I would have went today, but that's how much I love y'all, because I wouldn't have been able to be here if I'd have been out. But that's how much I love y'all. So I'm gonna go tomorrow after work though, see if they got anything good.
I don't get my stitches out until Wednesday, so I to next weekend.
Because she said that stuff was already, like, the one she went to, stuff was already like all of the milk was out, like the milk primer and the milk. All of that was already gone. So some of the stuff, probably the more popular items are already. Look at them, they're like whatever.
They have. I don't think sell men's in there too.
They do have this. Hold on, yeah, Chris and they do have men's scents at the Sephora. Y'all might want to go check it out and see what they got, because they.
Why you bored?
They do.
Might go check that out.
Yeah. Why you bored?
What type of scents?
Men's scent.
I ain't getting in all that. They got cologne. Damn it. That's all I know.
Sweet.
You might not be nothing you interested in, but
he said okay.
I mean, because I don't know.
Like,
cologne,
check it out.
Cologne is very personal. You know what I'm saying? Like,
lovely one right around the corner. Sweet scrotum.
What?
I mean, you're like, what kind of scent?
I don't know.
You know about all those products they got?
May I spray you? May I spray you? May I spray your wrist?
Oh, this Savannah is going off in these comments about these characters. Bert needs to.
What are you wearing today? Retro, you don't come with shoes on today. What you wearing?
Okay, well, first of all,
in my shirt. In my shirt.
Oh,
it's not your shirt.
It's my shirt.
Did she leave it at your house?
No, she did. She did.
No, it's my shirt.
It's not her shirt. But she's going to be equally upset about the sneakers too. So that's why I'm kind of just sitting in the background.
And that hat, you giving us a little red.
I actually want to turn my camera off because she's going to be equally upset about the sneakers.
Nope, go ahead, because I already know what you got on.
Why am I going to be equally upset? Hold on, let me see.
Pull them out.
Did you see that ponytail, Savannah?
I already know what you got on.
Let me see.
She's gonna be equally upset about the sneakers.
Marvin's counselor wants his kickstand. She wants a back crack. Yeah, she wants a back crack.
Let me see.
Yeah, I believe.
Show us. No, stand up. Yeah, stand up.
I knew it. I knew it.
It's a low top.
Yep, camos.
Those are cute.
Wow. Now
you don't remember.
Those are cute.
You know my today, or is this just how you dress around the house?
You know my size. That's
you don't remember, Marvin. She don't remember. Perfect.
No, she don't remember.
What? I don't remember that I wanted them.
Yep.
I remember I wanted them.
Hey.
But I ain't getting mad because I wanted to buy them over the boy.
The scent for today is Dior Sport. Top notes are lemon, bergamot, pink pepper.
Bergamot smells awesome.
That's a lot of bottle and not enough cologne.
And then
you should be able to use your JCPenney card. Now, coupons I don't know about, but they probably have a no return policy. You could probably use your card, but it's probably no returns.
It's got woody notes to it too as well. Jay.
Love Woody.
You love Woody.
I'm sorry, Retro. What is
JOJ? Can you do your
Dior Sport?
What sport?
Dior Sport.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not mad about the
what,
sneakers.
Juggernaut?
I'm not mad about the sneakers because I'm just waiting for my pair to arrive because I know you bought me a pair. So.
Along with the shirt. Along with the shirt.
Juggy, are you going to show your shoes?
Yeah. I have on polo shorts, a polo t-shirt, and some Under Armour socks. That's what I have on.
I'm whooping CG ass when I see him.
Why is that so funny? Why is Juggy so funny?
Endlessly tonight in the chat, Juggy.
Yeah, Juggy.
Yeah, Juggy.
What's wrong with you all?
Yeah, Juggy.
Oh my God.
Juggy.
All right. Yeah.
Nice choice, Juggy.
And there is no fragrance today because later on I'm headed to the gym, so I'm just chilling.
My fragrance is there's no excuse. I don't want to hear that. My fragrance
Maybe
today
I
is
should
the great.
give it a hard ER. Jugger, but it just sounds so rough.
Nah, it's Juggy.
Nah, it's Juggy.
It
would be Juggy for life.
I don't have one to scent today.
What you got on?
It naturally smells sweet. Eau de Cristal.
Yeah, I don't have one. I'm saying I don't because I knew I wasn't doing nothing today.
Yeah, I ain't got one.
Miss Honey, let me tell you how that's my shirt.
Going to the gym.
Because nobody don't want to hear this. Nobody don't want to hear this foolishness.
It's the truth. It's my shirt.
I'd love to hear it.
When we were in Puerto Rico, we went into Polo.
Here you go.
We picked up the shirt, and it was the last one, and we were looking for the same size, and it was the last one in that size, and I was mad because he took it.
Can you tell the story of how it happened?
You picked it up.
You deboed it.
So yes, we were in Puerto Rico. We did go shopping together.
I was there.
We went in the store.
With your hands meet on.
You went this way. I went that way. I can't help that I found a shirt first. Is that the truth?
That's not the point. The point is I wanted it.
Oh, he found it before you.
I got to the shirt first. What do you mean?
You were supposed to give it up, I think. Chivalry.
No, she didn't want it then. She didn't want it then until she saw me wear it. She didn't want it. When we left the store, she didn't want it.
I didn't know. That's a lie. I wanted the shirt because remember we looked for it.
You're lying.
Wow.
Hey, the way he looked away from the camera.
You were lying. You were lying. You did not want the store.
He was like, I said good day, ma'am.
You got a consolation prize. You ain't got something else. Well, you
good day, ma'am. I said good day.
Wait, a consolation prize means that you didn't get the prize you wanted. Hello. By the very definition, you've proven my point. Thank you.
Either way, you owe her.
How I owe her? I paid for the shrimp.
That's what she's saying. Where's my consolation prize?
No, he do. He owe me.
Oh my God, this is ridiculous.
You're getting jumped.
I am getting jumped. But
you was talking about
Air Maxes that I bought a couple weeks ago because of her. So we're not gonna talk about that.
I ain't tell you about them shoes.
Anyway, Mr. Banter got a couple comments we need to respond to quick before we get up out of here. So yeah, Famous does talk too much.
Here they go right here. Ain't nobody tell you about these.
Sheesh.
You guys will fight the air.
Y'all want so we pulling out shoes we bought now?
No, we not. No.
Okay, don't
You started it.
I set it up in here.
I set it off in
here.
I'm
getting off of here. It's been 2.5 hours. I gotta go.
Oh, now she wanna run.
I set it up in here.
The way my ADHD is set up, I gotta go.
Said I gotta
go. The way my bladder is set up, I gotta go.
All right, guys, we'll be back.
It's been real.
I love the conversation, you guys. The chat was hopping. Thank you guys so much.
Yes, we love y'all. We'll see y'all next week.
All right, bye.
Bye.